quite. You're right. This might be the closest a vehicle's landed properly, or touchdown, I guess, would be a more proper term, anywhere in Australia. Thank you so much, Mark, for that. This is from Yaroslav saying, watching this in 4K is amazing. Thank you for that. You're welcome. I hope that you guys are watching on a device that handles 4K. We're actually streaming 4K 60. Yeah, pretty hard to do, say Rhiannon. You're right, Allie. I'm sorry. Well, let's see here. Would Starship be able to transmit the live video feed through Starlink network? Yes, that's actually what we're hoping to see. There are 4 Starlink terminals on the ship. There's 2 on the booster. We're fully expecting to see that Starship will hopefully use the Next spaceflight app.
Welcome in, folks.
Yeah, we are on. People asking, is the test delayed? No, the test is not delayed, guys. The countdown clock wouldn't still be going. You have the data right there in front of your eyes.
There we go. Had too much going on in my head. The launch has been pushed back, if anybody's in here, to roughly 7:30 for another hour. I just noticed that right as I hit the live button because I was looking over here because SpaceX is supposed to be streaming it live on X. But they're post 24 minutes ago. Whether, here we will pull it up. Let's go back here. Yeah, saying weather is 70% favorable for today's third integrated flight test of Starship. The live webcast will begin 30 minutes before liftoff, which is targeted for 7:30 a.m. I don't know if that's if the launch is supposed to be at 7:30 or the broadcast starts at 7:30. Things are always changing when it comes to space. So we'll see what's going on. For right now, let's bring in the Everyday Astronaut, Tim Dodd.
All hoping that humans he's
talking about all kinds
progress and our exploration and our knowledge,
fun stuff,
in the solar system. And it cracks me up though, like we can all just cheer together for the same thing, but it totally works out that it happens to also inspire so many people, and so many people get into new career paths and do so many things just because they had, maybe happened to catch a stream or see a launch in person. You just never know what that little thing is. And it's fun that we can all watch together. Anyway, so thank you for being here with us. It really means a lot.
Which monitor is that?
I think we are. We are the only
Nope, wrong
option
one.
of true 4K.
104.
We only right now, we're in a split screen, but one of our views there, the night one, is right now the only one that's really valuable.
The
in
top
4K,
screen up
frankly,
there
which is
is
funny, 'cause we
a.
have all this infrastructure, and nighttime and fog happens to ruin a lot of those views. But yeah. Yeah, Spencer, if you can pull up just even the.
Sorry, I'm not quite awake
whatever,
yet.
Mr.
I
T's
just got
wide
coffee
night.
in front of me.
That'd be awesome. Because just to show that indeed
What about
we do
it?
have proper.
Really,
4K.
another really good channel.
And it's hard to do out here. It's really hard to do out here. I love that. Point to point. Photons to your eyeballs.
Got several live right now.
In
We've also
4K.
got.
So this is
NASA
from
Space Flight.
Magical Q.
Cloud
Do you know
right
if
now.
SpaceX is planning on
Are
covering
we
the
ready to
booster
cut
and
back
ship
to
if
the
they
other
end up surviving
commentators?
re-entry?
Let's,
I don't think they are
add
planning
that
to
one
recover
back.
that.
All right, cool.
Period.
So,
we
folks,
go.
again,
My
I'm going to hop
understanding
off.
is
Thanks for
they
joining us
will
here.
get the
We'll
data they need from
Right
you know,
now,
how
just
did it
got everybody
handle
talking
what-
about
how
stuff,
precisely
explaining
did the
stuff.
booster do its landing burn? Was it right on the exactly on the GPS coordinates?
Possibilities
that
for the
they
next
planned
launch.
On?
Yeah,
they'll
we're
get
still
a lot
not
of data from that,
sure
and then I think they're just
how
gonna
this
try to
one's going to
sync it.
go.
Same with the ship, exact same thing. Sync it.
But in
And
this
they'll
launch,
first
they
try
are
to
going
sync it, and
to
then they'll try to
actually
sync it.
achieve space. Not a
Which is
complete
fine.
orbit though this time.
This is
They
from
do
Chavez. Hey,
plan to
nice
get up
stream.
there.
I love
They're
your
going
merch, but
while
I'm
they're
from
in
Germany. Is there any
orbit, they're
chance
going
for a
to
reseller
test
to use
the
so customs wouldn't be so expensive?
Pez dispenser
Chavez,
door
yeah, we've tried
to
It's-
see if it'll open and close
for a
properly in
shop our
space,
size, it's a really big
and then
logistical
they're going to bring it
challenge.
back down. They're
For
not planning
certain
on
items,
keeping
I really do
either of
wanna
these.
Send just like pallets over
Both of them are
and
going
have
to
a
splash down in the
distribution
ocean.
system
Both the
for Europe.
Stage 1 booster.
Because I
and
know
the,
how expensive
Starship
the
itself.
customs get, and so that's what's funny. The one
These
thing
are
with our
prototypes.
shop, when
Once
you're
they're done,
shopping
they're
in
done
Europe,
with
you
them.
will see,
They've got plenty
the
more.
prices
They've
look
got other
expensive,
ones
but
already ready to go.
frankly, most of that is your customs and your fees. We do calculate that into our system automatically sees where you're at, adds all of those fees so that it's not a surprise to you. So our old system.
So right
and
now,
the way a lot of
technically, we
shops
have about
actually are, you
55
might
minutes
have
left
experienced
until
this.
launch.
You
The
might
launch
buy
window is
something
between
online,
7 a.m. and
get it shipped, it
8:50
gets stuck
a.m.
in
I guess
customs.
that's on the
You wait for a
their permit
letter
for
to
launch.
show up that says, "Hey, you have this thing in customs. You owe
Whether
us
still
18
70%
euro.
chance to go.
Come get it," or 65 euro, and you're like, "What? I had no," and it gets stuck there, and you don't know it's there. We used to have problems with that all the time. And so now our new system at least calculates it for you so that you know the exact amount, and it actually has door-to-door tracking, so you can actually make sure it's going to get to you. By the way, notice that there's big tank farm spool up. What did I say to pay attention to around T-minus 55?
Yep, looks like
So
they're
next
beginning
thing
fueling
is
right
if
now.
you see venting on the tower again, that's going to be good news. That will be good news for fuel up. So
This is a methane oxygen
there we
rocket.
go. These are
So
these
they're
are
loading
for
methane
T-minus
and
3
oxygen.
minutes, the ship should start receiving locks.
Yeah.
So we'll have to see. So what we'll look for is you'll look for some condensation coming out of the tower, and we'll start to look for frost lines and frost growing on the upper stage. So notice you can kind of see the
That might be
chopsticks
just the
there,
super chillers at the
up
tank farm
kind of in the
spooling
middle.
up
You
right
see
now.
the fins on the upper stage. You can tell where the upper stage ends. The Starship upper stage ends because of the bottom fins, and then there's the inner stage below that, kind of the part right. It looks like in the middle right now, but it's it's about 2/3 of the way up. But actually, I forget, my telestrator probably doesn't work right now, does it? I think we had a problem with it still. Okay. But the one time that I'm like, hey, we have that telestrator. Dang it. I never think about it normally.
Looks like What
so we're
About
gonna be
It
looking
showing
for venting
footage,
coming
yeah,
the
from
tower,
November
and then we're going to start looking
of the
for
second launch.
the ship to get frosty. And that should be happening, frankly, in
I covered, but didn't have my mic
30
on the whole
seconds
time,
or so, hopefully. Assuming all things are still go.
which was my fuck up.
Let's keep
I
going here.
screwed up a perfectly good live
back to the
stream.
merch. We try really hard. The things that are worst are things that are heavy and valuable, like our Falcon 9 model rockets. They are the coolest thing in the world, but unfortunately, they are also very expensive for our European and friends internationally.
Three
yeah,
people in here already.
we do
Welcome
have,
in. Minette,
Let's
Nix.
see here. 4K
Turn on
so we do
speed
have the
chat
view
for
there,
right
pretty
now.
much of the inner stage. If that can even, go to a little
So much
bit
going
more,
on in my
little
head,
bit
I might have
more,
to turn it
hopefully
off
get
here in a
sense
minute.
of- We should be seeing some action right there.
And we'll go back over here to this. Sorry, I have 4 monitors, and all 4 of them are friggin' busy right now. Even more so, because I've got 2 different...
Hey, for not being super
3 different streams up.
sensitivity ISO, this camera actually does pretty well. A 6K broadcast camera.
We'll kind of flip around, especially when the launch happens. So we'll probably go to SpaceX's. They're probably going to have the best cameras.
I'm actually quite surprised.
Camera views.
But that's where we're going to be looking here is
but,
right there.
Tim Dodd here with Everyday Astronaut, as well as NASA Spaceflight. Both have their own, or actually, so does Y. They all have their own cameras.
Reloaded graphics. Let's see if I can do that. And
right outside of Boca Chica, Texas.
Do you think the comments are working now? Let's see. This is, I'm an engineer at the Hawthorne location and listening to you outside Mission Control. Thanks for your coverage from AM. That is fantastic. That is so cool.
A little bit. He's just reading comments.
I love it.
I don't have a monitor where I can read my comments now. Gosh, I need more monitors. I need more monitors. Let's see. I guess I can cover for right now. I can cover. Gosh, I see my brain's not even working right this morning. Cover OBS. Oh, y'all don't need to see the chat screen there. All right, we'll go back over here. Sorry. Full screen now.
Nix_Scotland said, COS 4 isn't enough.
No, well,
LOL.
Especially now, I can get away with 4. I'm just spoiled. I want more. But like when I'm doing a stream like this, where you're also streaming other people streaming, it's a pain. To bring in multiple inputs. How these guys do it, Tim Dodd, I think they've got 10 or 12 different camera views. That and they're actually streaming in 4K on YouTube, which not only takes a massive amount of bandwidth for your internet, but each 4K camera, of course, they had everything set up ahead of time. And they probably got a big board where they can push buttons and change, like a giant stream deck, to change shit. Me, I'm having to do it all manual.
You can kind of see some white spots. Yeah. Anyway, in theory,
but I gave in and ordered another keyboard. I got my new mouse in yesterday, so it's not double clicking anymore. Although it was shutting off. Don't know why. It hasn't done it so far this morning and didn't do it during my stream last night. So let's hope I got that problem fixed. But I do have the old one plugged up and right next to it. So I actually have 2 mice for right now. In case one wants to act up. And later on today, I might go live. I've got some license plates and some cups in today I'm going to play around with. Well, JD already knows he's getting a cup, so it's no secret anymore. But I'm gonna work on his cup. I want to do a couple test prints, probably on paper first, around an older cup. To make sure I have the settings right. The settings were a little bit off, and the ones I printed for JD ended out egg-shaped. That's on me. And I'm trying to dial in the settings.
So, let's see here.
And they should be standard for that roller, but they're not.
Ooh, thank you, Sam, in our Discord saying that thermal cameras are prone to reflections, so the silver Starship...
printing on flat surfaces is a whole lot easier.
A good point. That is a very good point. But you'd still think... I don't know. I'm still in the team, in the camp that really, really, really cold, gaseous oxygen vents at the bottom of the oil would...
And these other cameras are also are in 4K too. It's just the resolution mainly because it's so dark.
So sorry, back to the Hughes SciTech.
It doesn't quite look like 4K. It's a little grainy. 4K requires a lot of light. Well, it should. My 4K camera doesn't like light. It works better in the dark with just a little bit of light on my face. Which is why I keep it so dark in here. If I get it much lighter, the camera kind of gets grainy. Don't ask me why. I guess because the majority of us gamers
from
and
Andy
streamers
Phillips,
kind of
how
stream
much
in the dark.
Flights until humans fly in Starship. By the way, corn is better in Nebraska.
So how are y'all doing this morning? How you doing, Nix?
No, your corn is not better in Nebraska. Iowa is the
I'm trying to think. Time difference is what, 11 hours? Are you at work? No.
So yeah, how many flights until humans? I mean, I would guess it'd be in the dozens, like 2 or 3 dozen.
Or
flights
just getting home from work?
You know, we're at flight 3.
Who all we got in here
I think
anyway?
by
Let me
flight
look.
10, this
Let's
vehicle will
refresh
be
that.
A lot prettier. We'll be doing a
I see
lot
Minette's got me up.
and we'll be
Probably
a lot
getting the
more
kids off.
professional. And then they'll just have to prove it out with you know, a rapid cadence and learning the lessons as quickly as possible.
Nix.
I am not seeing.
All right, so technically it's just 2. For some reason, it's either counting Stream Elements or Nightbot as a viewer. I don't know. Let me see. Let me refresh the
Like,
air friggin'.
you'd think we'd start seeing.
Yeah, I guess I don't know. Friggin' Twitch lies. Their numbers are always a little bit off.
I was expecting we'd start seeing a crossover already.
YouTube, I don't even have to look. There's probably nobody over here.
There's not some good kids yet.
That and I didn't really advertise other
Let's keep going.
than in my Discord yesterday
From
for this.
Aeroplane specialist. Hey, I am 11 years old. I'm from Pennsylvania. It took 3. That is awesome. I'm not sure what took 3 is, but awesome. Thank you so
There
much
we go.
for
Let's
saying hi. I hope.
mute Tim. Let's go ahead and pull. Crap. It's probably just going to be easier for me to be moving stuff around from monitor to monitor. Here they're explaining the liquid methane and liquid oxygen tanks in each one. The lower half being just the booster, the top being the Starship itself. Let's see, what are they discussing?
Nix_Scotland
Why don't I have audio?
said, me. 11.44 am at work. Your clocks went back out not till end of the month.
Yeah. So 11:44. So you're only 5 hours ahead of me. In the future. I always think 11. I can't remember if that was Germany. I think it was either Germany or Kuwait. I'm pretty sure it was Germany. It's been so many years since I've had to really mess with time zones and shit. But now that I actually have another friend overseas, still waiting for my check to clear, and then I'm going to sit down and I need to
on in a second.
do my flight and motel reservations for Kaiman.
Here.
I'm excited to come and meet
we
you,
went
Nick.
through the IFT2 and the IFT1 comparison, and
honestly, probably more than JD, because
actually
I've met
getting
JD
close to
before.
the field
We've
to
hung
start
out so
talking
much.
about what we can expect here in the next hour. So stay tuned.
And now we can now that I'm not a mod for him, we can hang out as friends. I won't be pissing him off so much. And I'll admit I'm not the greatest mod in the world. When he first made me a mod, he made a bunch of us mods, people that he knew, that he could trust.
In a nutshell, this means that SpaceX is going to launch Booster 10 and Ship 28 on top of it on a suborbital trajectory. Theoretically, the ship would be able
The guy talking doesn't have his camera died a little bit ago. and apparently
Nix_Scotland
his audio is now messed up.
said, it'll be back to 6 hours at the end of March.
Yeah, y'all's time change is different. I don't even know why we even bother changing. I understand the premise of it, you know, because the days get longer in the summer than they do during the winter. Here in America, they claim they do it because of the cows and the livestock. Cows don't fucking know what time it is. During certain parts of the year, just feed them an hour early or an hour later. It's not that hard.
Re-enter above the Indian Ocean. There is a 3,000-mile stretching.
I mean, you're not going to stress the livestock if they don't get their meals exactly on time every day.
We have an echo. It says we have an echo.
Not anymore. Your echo's gone, Felix.
That's what everybody says.
Nix_Scotland
Am I okay, or do I
said,
have an echo too?
"Don't tell him, but I'm prob more excited to meet you than him too."
Well, see, that's just it. I want to meet and hang out with with people
so
from
I'll
our
just keep
group.
talking and you keep screaming echo if there still is an echo. But it's
Still
not
don't know if
too bad.
Tab's gonna make it or not.
So
Probably
what-
not.
what
She's
we
been really
expect
sick.
is,
She's been having
if
troubles with her
everything
daughter.
works fine, in 32 minutes, so SpaceX should
And of
already
course,
be,
she owns a bar.
in the process
She just
of
can't up and
building
leave. She's having a hard enough time
Starship,
finding
and
good help.
They started this 53
And,
minutes to T-0.
She
So
probably doesn't
they
want to
are
leave for
10
3 or
minutes
4
into that
days
window
and leave
already,
it
which
in the hands of some
means
idiot that's
likely
gonna
means
fuck
they're not
something
gonna
up
push it
where
further.
she
They
doesn't
are
have a bar when
trying
she gets
to
back.
Launch it at this T-0 time that you see up there.
But yeah, I want to meet
What we can see
Tab.
then is,
I really
booster
want to
one
meet
is
Sleepy
taking
Crepes,
off from
but
Starbase, ascending
she's on house arrest right now.
towards space. Then
And since she can't drive because she just got a DUI,
Starship uses a hot stage for that, meaning
it's gonna be harder for her to get around. She's kind of like me. She really doesn't have anybody around to help her get rides and stuff like that.
Do a flip maneuver and boost back towards the Gulf of Mexico. If that all works out, we should see the booster perform a soft water land.
But it's like the
That
VA.
means that
Since I'm a disabled vet, they're supposed to arrange transportation.
Nix_Scotland said, "I can't wait for the clocks to go forward. It's light till after midnight here in May/June.
Oh wow, yeah, that makes sense. You're a lot farther north than we are too. You know, longitudinal.
And theoretically do a landing. That's the whole
Is that
reason
latitude
why
or
we do that.
longitude?
It's in preparation
Latitude.
for future return to
Longitude.
launch sites.
Hell, I don't know. I can't remember.
Ship 28 is going
I've been
to
out of school
continue
for so
into
long.
Space. It is going to perform 2 very important milestones, hopefully. One being a payload bay door test, meaning that in space, the Starship is going to open up its payload bay door and close it.
Yeah,
again.
there's no audio
That is
from
in
NASA
preparation,
space
of course,
flight
for
right
future,
now.
missions with
That's just
that
one of
have
their camera
payload included.
feeds.
I do expect that if everything works out today, they are going to have a payload on IFT4.
Yes, no payload today. Yeah, just an empty Starship. Like I said, they are going to test the opening and closing the door in space
To just do a separation with those.
to make sure it's working
The second
properly.
Very important milestone in
And
space is going to be a
I don't even know if it actually has
Nix_Scotland
the mechanism for launching the
said,
satellites. They might test
"Yeah,
that too.
my core peeps are going.
and ignite one
Mel,
engine. Retrograde
you,
means it is going to
Pious,
turn its business end
Xbox,
towards
Mooney.
where it's going to fly.
Yeah, there you go.
12 weeks and 5 days.
And then it is going to ignite.
Look at you. I'm not even counting down yet.
It's because of that 3,000 mile long.
But right now, for me, everything's on hold.
The reason I think
Other
why
than
that-
other than
why
the
that
$1,000 or
is
so that I've already
to-
spent this
to-
week,
to accommodate
I'm not
the-
touching
the
my money
fact
till
that
I know
it
every
might not
penny's
work.
in the
It
account.
might not be able to relight the engine, and then the Starship
So-
will fly a lot further. And that's why I do think that
Next week, and I can't even call a contractor till I know I have cash in hand to pay the contractor. I gotta find some to get a roof over my camper. I'm gonna have to either pour a slab, which is gonna cost over 14 grand, 10 to 14 grand, or just pour a footer, which I'm hoping I can get away with for $500 or $600. I don't know. That's why I need to get somebody out here to just give me a quote.
Now we're ticking down 39
Real quick,
minutes.
We have
Yeah, I can-
a new update from SpaceX
Good news on the cat door.
regarding
Cats are using the
on
door.
time. They
Bad
say
news
new
is
list of time is 8:02
they ripped half of it out of the wall last night.
So it's gonna
Apparently,
push
Big
out
Cat
an
coming
hour
back in.
later.
Ah, they're pushing again.
The screws weren't quite long enough and didn't grip into the wall good enough. So I'm gonna have to find some better screws than
And
what
we
came
have
with it.
till 10 a.m. CT.
Right now, Mama Cat's staring
It's
out.
110 minutes.
She's using it as a window.
So 1 hour and 50 minutes from 7.
Shit, I don't have my curtain pulled, and the sun's coming up, so
So we're still within that launch window.
that door's
We'll
gonna
see
mess
how
with
it
this
goes.
here shortly.
If it doesn't launch, you can be.
I was
very sure that
looking.
we're going to
I have a
see
jar of
today
screws somewhere,
because we want to
and
see
I
this
can't
thing
find them
launch
right now.
together with you.
But I'm not gonna
Thank
fix
you,
it live
everybody,
on
so
stream.
much for joining, for becoming members.
Y'all don't want to see my big fat
Super
ass up in
chats,
the air
for
anyway.
subscribing to the channel. This is a live counter up there. My crazy goal is to hit 400,000 subscribers before my birthday. My birthday is coming up at the end of the month. So if you want to give me an early birthday gift, that's what you can do. Push the subscribe button, like the stream.
Like I said earlier, I did get some license plates in. After I mess with JD's cup, I'll switch everything back around to printing flat, and I'll play around with some of those.
The ability to join our Discord server that is behind closed doors because it's
try my logo, and just like the cups, folks. Where'd it go? Oh, I didn't grab it. Oh well. Anyway, I can put my logo on there. I can put any of my designs on there.
Said, JD finally sent you his logo?
No, I sat down and I rebuilt it myself by hand.
Because
He didn't send me anything. I did send him photos, and he just said, "Fuck, that's clean."
keep in the areas you're supposed
They
to
are-
be.
But and if he likes those designs, he can have them. I'll give them to him.
So what this means
It's just a cleaned up version of his.
in the Gulf of Mexico because the booster is supposed to touch
Now
down.
I don't have it in color.
Supposed to do its soft water landing simulation.
Nix_Scotland
2 minutes ago.
said,
There are boats
sounds about right.
in that
Yeah.
zone,
Sweet.
and it's an exclusion zone.
Oh, it's all right.
Nobody
Not a
can
problem.
get
JD's
there.
busy
Rocket is supposed to launch.
doing-
So we have
doing
boats in
JD
that
stuff, I
exclusion
guess.
zone that's likely loaded with tourists, that
This
are
is
out
pretty much
there
what I
to
came
catch
up
a booster
with.
when it
Let's
comes back.
pull
Problem,
this
though, is
over
that
here.
normal boats can't catch a booster. And that is why
I think that's on the main screen. Hold on, let me switch back over. Make sure. Where's OBS? Yes. Now this is set up for a laser now, so everything in black will actually be silver.
Nix_Scotland said, that is clean.
Yes.
He was right.
And I've got it this way, and then I also have. Where'd it go?
Yeah, that's frustrating.
This is the one that actually looks, but well, that's the. We came up with a badge one too. Just fucking around. So in this case, the white is going to be whatever color the cup is. So the R's are pretty much going to be black on this one, but they're going to have a white. They'll have a silver outline where the black is.
So it's slowing things down.
It's weird because you have to kind of think backward, which is really frustrating sometimes. Here's the other logo. Again, the letters will be black. Where the black is for the stars, those will be silver. And it's almost identical to his, almost. And like I said, I can't claim it. It's his logo, and I thought I cleaned that up. There's still a black line around in there.
But I don't think
The final design might have been.
I like our audience.
Hold on.
So, yeah. Blame the guy with the laser and the guy with the boat who didn't know what to do.
No, that's not going to work.
The boat thing could sometimes innocently happen for people not checking the keep out zones, but
it's actually pretty easy to check that zone.
Yeah, no, it is easy.
It is easy.
You're supposed to.
What's it doing? Where's it open? Ah, it's opening it over here.
Shout out to Starfleet Tours, friend of ours and an amazing guy.
This is actually. Come on.
See a launch from a boat.
We'll make this bigger.
Because it was the
Okay, yeah, I did. I did take out the lines. This is actually the file that the laser's going to read.
Exactly, and so the Peregrine was covered with Columbia from the sportswear manufacturer.
I'm excited. Like I said, just to give my buddy a cup
for the lander itself.
For everything he's done to support this channel and our community.
I was very fortunate to be able to be on that boat because they were allowed inside the exclusion
Turn the volume
zone.
down a little bit. Like I said, I'm excited about Gaiman. The last show went off great. Other than the one person we had in the audience causing trouble and just about making Jer cry, which I thought was very shitty. Hey, Jer's our whooping boy. We like to pick on Jer, but what happened there at that show was just ridiculous. Wait a minute, where is? Oh, I've got too much here going on. Let's see. Let's bring down Tim. Put Tim back up over here.
Pious Duck 83
nothing from
said,
SpaceX yet.
It went too far and she didn't know when to shut up.
Right, exactly. It was funny at first. The first minute or two, it was funny. But then after that, she should have stopped.
During daytime, these cameras produce a crystal clear picture, and in the night,
PR Turbo ZX3
Hey, Turbo,
Said.
welcome in.
Chat, don't forget smash that like and sub if haven't. Let's get Ash to 500 by end month.
Yes, if you're over here on YouTube, please give me a like.
so
We
good.
have updates
Consider
right now.
subscribing if you're not already subscribed.
So, that is the new SpaceX estimated T0. So
What do you
fingers
think?
crossed. So we're all just gonna keep hanging out here and enjoy.
That was 16 hours ago. Why are they doing a poll from 16 hours ago?
From the fueling process starting. So we're still in the green here.
So we're just
Highest
kind
Duck
of
83
we're waiting. They're about to start
Said.
fuel loading.
Like this
Where's your tiny diny Ash?
out of view.
I don't have a tiny diny. My tiny diny is the one I carry in my pants,
So looking forward to IS.
and people are just gonna have to deal with it.
You guys are fantastic. We have
Where
another
is-
hype train
Yeah,
going
the
here in
chat
the
is
chat.
asking for I train.
That's a tradition here. What about it? If you are excited about what's coming up, type this
Oh, are they on Twitch too?
into the chat.
Well, of course, on Twitch you can't watch in 4K.
Thank you very much.
That's the main reason why I'm on YouTube, because I can get 4K images. Y'all will really be able to see a difference once daylight hits the pad here.
It's just.
Oh, whoa, what happened? Oh, there we go.
These launch streams are one of the rare opportunities for us as a team to actually get in contact with you as viewers. So it's very much appreciated. For
Pius, I got the cat door in yesterday, and they've already tore it up.
full-blown hype train going.
They
in.
ripped the inside half off the
Pious
wall.
Duck 83 said. What are you watching?
These are all. I've got several different streams up. The SpaceX is launching. They're going to do their integrated flight test number 3 this morning in
Very, very much appreciated. All
roughly 30 minutes, maybe. Don't know.
of which
They're getting ready right now. There's a lot of condensation right now, which means that the super chillers are firing up to chill the liquid oxygen and liquid methane prior to loading,
have a share.
and also to pressurize it.
Before it goes directly into our production, into our equipment, into our project, into our absolutely fantastic.
This time SpaceX is going to reach. Well, they reached space last time. It didn't stay there long before it blew up. This time they're gonna go into space. They're gonna do almost a full orbit. While they're in orbit, they're gonna test the bay door on the side of the ship to make sure they can open and close it in the vacuum of space. That door is going to be used for dispensing Starlink satellites. It's gonna literally, they call it the Pez dispenser. They're gonna shoot out one at a time. There'll be a mechanism like on an elevator, and they'll push out one at a time.
Thank you. We have Jeremy.
There's no actual cargo on board this time though. Just the door, and maybe I don't think it even has
That is enough. Thank you very, very much.
the equipment to launch them
We have
in there. I don't know.
Anderson. Thank you very much for the.
I think they're just testing the payload bay door this time.
I'm so excited
It's
for
pretty
SpaceX.
much an empty shell with the
I
fuel
am
inside.
So amazed at what SpaceX is doing in such a short amount of time. So totally agree with that. Thank you.
SpaceX right now is so far ahead of everybody else. That's why they're, why everybody's pouring more money into them for their satellites and stuff like that. Right now, Falcon 9 and Falcon 9 Heavy are launching all the
I've heard that apparently it is right now really raining
99% of all the
Pious
satellites.
Duck 83
well within the
said.
70s,
Nods at words.
I'm sorry. Yes, I'm a geek. I am geeking out over this. I've always been a space nerd. I grew up in the days of Space Shuttle. Well, actually, I remember my parents woke me up the night the astronauts landed the Apollo, whatever Apollo mission it was where they landed on the moon.
and congrats for you and all your team for the
They actually woke me up and we watched. Well, they woke me up for the launch, and then like 2 days later they woke me up for the to watch them step out and walk on the moon. I've always been a space nerd.
your wife, everybody.
My goal in life was to go to space. I'm too old now.
Stone's wife.
That and with my back, I would never,
Night Fox.
I wouldn't be able to.
Nice of you to show up.
I wouldn't survive liftoff.
And
All the vibration and all would friggin', oh god, it'd probably break my back.
no, from the top of the head, Night Fox is one of them. Thanks for tuning in again.
But yeah, my goal was always to go to space, even if it was a one-way trip.
Successful orbit. Also hope the fog clears up before then. Well, the more space
Pious Duck 83 said, landed, you believe in the moon?
Yes, I believe in the moon. I am not a moon denier.
Alex Fiedler, thank you very much for the super chat. It's going to
There's too much evidence
wild
and independent evidence that there is a moon.
Mad March is in full swing.
So, you know,
Okay, thank you very
not
much.
just from our government.
And, March is definitely,
I don't think Elon and these other folks are actually lying either.
right now. Thanks for tuning in. We have Toby C. Thank you very much for the super chat. We have JD.
And if there wasn't a moon, I don't think Russia would have spent so much money trying to beat us to the moon and in space,
I
honestly.
always thought I was Dr. Spain. But thank you very much for pointing it out. I hope I'm not the evil guy tonight. So we have Justin gifted 10 What About It memberships. Thank you so much, Justin, and congratulations to the lucky guys.
But Starship's going to be so neat because it's going to be the ship that takes us out further than we've ever been before. The furthest we've been so far is just the moon. And we haven't had a person on the moon in almost 50 years. Something like that. Lately, they've had a bunch of probes and stuff go back to the moon. They've been mapping the moon. They're getting ready. I believe
Can I real quick shout someone out?
SpaceX is going to be the first one to actually take a crew to the
Pious
moon
Duck 83
and
said,
then return them.
LOL, there is still time to shoot your ashes into space.
Oh, I'd love that. If it didn't cost so friggin' much, I'd love that.
We're still waiting for SpaceX
Because they don't shoot all your ashes. You get like a little vial, a little tin
Pious Duck
with
83
your name engraved on it.
said, we haven't officially had anyone.
Yes, we have. Don't even go there.
Sunrise together with all of you before the third star.
It's like if you're still a flat earther
Awesome. This is
in today's time, you're just uninformed. That's all I'm going to say.
beautiful.
You know, maybe it's not your fault. Or you're so far into the conspiracy theories, which I am also into conspiracy theories. I knew the federal government killed JFK before the friggin' CIA released all the information on it. We killed our own U.S. president.
Thank you. Johannes Hau, thank you very much for the super chat. Many thanks for all your effort. And bringing
That's why I love my country. I hate my government.
Okay, so I grew up very close to mine.
And we won't get into political talk right now.
Basically from my old neighborhood. Thank you very much for being here today.
But oh yes, what I did do with some of my initial money I got, I did
Pious
order
Duck
my gun
83
parts.
said, Australia and bird aren't real.
Australia and bird aren't real. My gun parts are coming in. They're coming in 2 shipments. I don't know what's coming in today. I've got one gun part coming in today, and the other one's coming in tomorrow. I think the one coming in today is just the shroud. It's just a metal piece that goes over my optic, my red dot, to keep it from getting damaged. And then tomorrow, I think the slide and the optic actually come in. I'm excited about that. I've always wanted a red dot, and I figured, well, this is my main carry gun. Why not put it on it? That, and it's the only pistol I own right now.
All right. So now,
Right now.
I wanted
But I promised everybody that I would not go waste my friggin' Social Security money on firearms
someone to say something.
or on guns. So I didn't buy a gun. I just bought gun parts.
His audio.
And depending after I pay bills, take care of the barn over the camper and the footer, and I might go out and buy a suppressor for my
Nix
rifle.
_Scotland
Just move it
said,
to 8.
all the
All
loopholes.
the loopholes.
We'll give him that. And then
Well, in the U.S., there really aren't loopholes. Everybody thinks that fully automatic weapons are illegal. They're not. You just have to fill out paperwork for it, which is stupid. But yeah, you can own a tank or an attack aircraft if you want. Good luck trying to find ammo and parts for it. But you know, you can own whatever you want with the right paperwork and with enough money. And right now, to buy a fully automatic weapon, it has to be dated before 82? I can't remember. It has to be, had to have been manufactured before 1982, had to be manufactured in the States.
The dog is barking. Could
Or no, doesn't have to be manufactured in the United States, because I know people that have fully auto AKs.
what I did
But
earlier.
anyway, it has to be
This is
an early version,
from
which is kind of stupid. But the way the ATF keeps fucking up, we're not going to have an ATF here in probably about 6 to 8 months, which will be nice. Just get rid of the ATF. I'm a firm believer everybody should be able to carry a gun. Unless you're convicted. Now, the people that were convicted of serious felonies, like murder, a lot of it just depends. There should be a track for convicted felons to get their rights back. It just depends on what you did. Because the U.S. is weird. If you write a check for over a certain amount, it's considered a felony. You shouldn't. If once you've paid your debt on that, you paid your fees, did your time or whatever, and you paid the check off, there's no reason why you shouldn't have your gun rights back. That's a non-violent crime. But if you prove that you're an idiot and you're going to go out and harm people, no, you shouldn't carry a gun. Now, I think everybody has the right to carry a gun, but I still don't think not everybody should carry a gun.
Standard silicon foam, meaning it's almost the same material that was used on starships. As I do know that it might be a little.
And carrying a gun is also a responsibility. You have to train with it. You have to be proficient with it. You know, you need to know what you're doing.
Is that most people do think that
everybody thinks
Highest
okay.
Duck 83
I'm in 7-Eleven.
said, everyone should have the right to arm bears.
I don't know. I don't want bears armed. Although we don't have we have some bear around here, but not a whole lot.
Here is a tile from a leading edge of Ship 20. It's so amazing that I can even hold these in my hand. This is how thick the leading edge tiles are. So if you compare this, if you take a look at this is the other tile. I'm going to try to show this here. I'm totally going to do like this. Look at this. See the difference?
They're showing the heat tiles
on the top. So it's 3 times, maybe even more than 3 times the thickness. And that is, of course, because there's different wear and tear and different heat coming from different regions on the Starship while it is re-entering. The leading edge.
Yeah, Starship on one side of it has a bunch of heat tiles, just like the space shuttle did, because that'll be the side that's facing the atmosphere as it comes in, which builds up a whole lot of heat. And Starship is basically, it's a stainless steel cylinder. It's a beer can.
Most people think they are all attached with these metal pins. They are not. This, for example, is a heat tile from the nose cone. These are all slightly different. They are not completely hexagonal, of course, because it's a cone shape.
Oh, they're having camera issues.
So you have to have slightly different shapes. So they are not the standard tile that you'll find along the fuselage. These are slightly different. They are slightly thicker as well.
Looks like signal degradation right there.
Standard tile next to it again. See there.
But see, every time that light flashes on the tower, it's fucking with the camera. Mine does that too. I've noticed that when I have something up on the TV, as my pictures change through, it'll affect the focus of the camera sometimes. Most of the time, y'all can't see it because I'm in this little box up here in the corner, or this corner, or this one. Yeah, this one.
Here on the leading edge tile, if you look at this, you can even see that bluish glue in the holes. See this?
Yeah, it's like a silicone.
That's what that looks like.
It's a high heat silicone.
So this is one of the most amazing presents that I ever got for the channel, and it's just incredible to be able to even have these in my hand. I have a few other things in the set.
But yes, I thought by now that we'd be in space a whole lot more. But after the space shuttle program, NASA quit trying to go back to the moon or get into space. Mainly it was budget.
So there you go. Those are Starship key tiles.
It takes a lot of money and a lot of testing to do this.
What we could do again is an IFT1, IFT2 comparison.
And I'm glad to see civilian companies doing it now, where people invest their money because they want to, instead of just our tax dollars being spent. Because as we know, our government doesn't know how to spend our tax dollars as it is.
Doesn't cover the other side. And then we are tracking IFT1 and IFT2 side by side. We're right now 20 seconds T minus 0.
All right. That's the first and the second launches.
Tell the differences between IFT1 and IFT2. Right at the start, you'll see that the Starship on the left side, IFT1, will be way slower than IFT2. Not because the engines had less thrust, but because it had 3 engines failing right from the start. And one thing you got to know about rockets is that in the beginning, when it's fully fueled, the difference between the weight of the rocket and the thrust the engines put out isn't that big. See there how much slower the IFT-1 Starship is taking off compared to the IFT-2 Starship, especially if you look at the speeds up on top. You see that one is at 210 right now, the other one is above 400 already. So that is because if you look, you see it. I was one live, and I was looking at the rocket, and I had a painful facial expression because you see all those flashes coming out of the back. That means the engines don't properly work. On IFT2, you see this clean picture. Everything worked absolutely flawless until separation.
Yeah, on the second launch, every rocket fired the way it was supposed to until separation.
The engines performed way better.
Pious Duck 83 said, "The government knows how to spend the money, just not correctly."
Right. There's too much of it going into politicians' pockets.
The booster just didn't perform the way it should have, but it was a first flight. So
Public service was never supposed to be. It was never supposed to be a business. You're not supposed to go there to make money. You went there to help improve your country. You did it for a few years. Then you came home. You went back to your farm or your business or whatever it was you had going on.
IFT1 is barely making it to 1,000.
Which is the way it should go back to. We have term limits for everything except for Congress, which doesn't make sense, and the Supreme Court. They're voted in for life.
The avionics at some point, they had conflicting readings. The rocket knows it's not high enough, so it is trying to pitch higher again, gain more altitude before going down range. So everything was going wrong at this point.
And it looks like the second one's coming down, but it's just the camera angle.
Everything basically, you see those flames coming out of the side there on the booster.
There we go.
Is all very anomalous.
Look at that. Oh, that second one, that's on the right. Clean burn. Look at all those engines firing.
Kilometers at this point, 4,000 kilometers per hour.
Just drinking that fuel.
Going upwards. And what this shows you is how much improvement there was from IFT-1, from the whole digging rocket that failed to separate. I mean, look at this. It's just a sad thing. It was amazing to see IFT-1, of course, because it was the first launch, but it wasn't as planned. IFT-2, though, still, it's before stage separation. Everything's absolutely normal. Now, at this point, we're approaching stage separation.
Look at that. The engine's shutting down just properly.
Down on IFT2. IFT1 is wildly out of control.
Hot staging,
This is unsafe.
which means the engines on the
detonations there soon. While IFT2 is separated.
spacecraft actually
That's
fired
where
before
IFT2
separation.
does with the booster, because it separated so quickly that they're likely fuel slosh ripped parts.
Yeah, during the boost back, it flipped too fast. They didn't have any baffles in the fuel cells, so the engine started sucking air, and we had engines shut down, and then one of them blew up,
IFT1, meanwhile, you can see those two white condensates coming
which
out
blew
of
the rest of
rocket.
it up.
That's the FTS system, so it's already been triggered, but it didn't work as intended. That didn't really work as intended.
And on the spacecraft itself, the reason why it blew up one of its engines,
That's what an engine is supposed to do.
there was a fire in one of the engines, and it caused the engine to explode.
Can't run anymore. But as you can see, they're still firing. So they improved that as well. IFT2, you can see the booster is already history. It's it exploded.
But yes, the cats now have a cat door. The cats now have flea collars,
Even that worked on IFT2.
which they did not like being put on, but I think they're used to it now.
The ship continues
Mama's curled
upwards
up at my
into
feet
space.
right now again, as
The
usual.
IFT1 is at this point absolute history and out of business. IFT2 is still continuing to space. Though.
They didn't get soft food yesterday, so they've been bugging me
120
24/7 for more soft food. Don't know where Bane's at. Bane's outside somewhere. He hasn't come back in.
Lux and CH4.
He's probably afraid he's in trouble for tearing the door up.
SpaceX needed to dump.
I just need to get longer screws so we can anchor it more secure.
You see that Lux bar is a little higher.
These came with little bitty screws. They only go on the wall about a quarter inch.
To load more oxygen into the rocket.
They're not even that.
To load more oxygen into
And my walls aren't sheetrock. They're masonite.
that would have been all fine and dandy,
So,
but the liquid
it is what it
oxygen
is.
dumped, and at that point the liquid oxygen created fires inside.
And there is a hole drilled all the way through.
And that's what led to the
A small hole.
Starship.
If I have to, I'll just put a bolt through
Extra
with
puffs and
nuts and washers on it.
FTS ignition.
The outside shouldn't come off because I siliconed it. It's pretty much glued to the camper now.
Because the connection between the
We do that on the inside, but
and the
that black curtain is actually affixed to the wall, so there's fabric on the wall.
And so as soon
And I don't think it'll glue too well to it.
reach what I need to control, the FTS is triggered, and that was it for IFT2. But what you can see here is that there was so much.
So I might end up taking that other curtain down, even though there are holes cut in it, and just painting that wall black, and maybe blacking out the window. Don't know. It's just when I'm streaming, I can't have all that light behind me. It fucks with the camera. There's no way I can compete with the sun. I would need so many friggin' key lights here in front of me that I wouldn't be able to see. I'd probably be blinded.
That is so nice. That I talked
Look
so
at all
long.
that light that we just got in like
It's
5
days.
minutes. And also we do have a shot from John Cargyle over at Raptor Roost. It's starting this you can see a little winking.
There we
down
go. Yeah,
there.
it's already daylight here in Alabama.
But, yeah,
We are in the same time zone as Texas.
now more than that palm tree there you see in the
So
foreground, or
the sun should be starting to lighten up now, and there where Pius is at.
Everyone's very excited.
I'm sure Pius can confirm.
Did we hear anything back from John Winkoff yet from the Keys?
I have not started receiving a feed from him yet, so I will shoot him a poke and see how that's going.
All right, we're very, very close to hitting 391,000 subscribers. Thank you so much to everybody who keeps pressing that subscribe button up there. It is absolutely amazing. Thank you, thank
Bunch
you.
of
thank you.
SpaceX contractor trucks driving by the camera.
We couldn't have hoped more for more support from you guys. Thank you. Okay, so our wide shot camera, we call that lone palm because there's one single palm tree next to the camera. Has gone into fast shutter mode as well because there's enough light for the camera to work under these conditions. And what we can see is that everything is chilled. Everything is chilled. At some point in the near future, we might want to bring up Arrakis again and see if we can get some sort of frost line.
Yeah, they should be loading fuel by now.
Because that would be an indicator.
Pius Duck 83 said, "It's supposed to be light already. This fucking time change sucks."
Yeah, we were talking about that before you jumped in. The time hasn't changed for Nix yet. It doesn't change for about another month or so, or a few more weeks.
They are done pushing back.
And I don't even know why they do that fucking
Less
shit.
than 100 people going for 391.
I didn't even notice it because I was live and streaming when it happened. Well, no, I wasn't streaming. We were in Discord that night though. And in fact, I forgot all about it until I saw your announcement. The only thing I need to change will be the clock in my car,
On the bottom of the booster.
because I can't keep the clock on the microwave and the coffee pot working anyway. They're always resetting, so I just leave them blank. Coffee pot flashes, and the microwave it just shows 0. It just I don't even turn the clock on.
Trouble focusing, but there it is. All right. Does look
But
like-
yeah, all my watches, my watch, my phone, my computer,
Can we set this in memory?
everything else with a clock on it friggin' auto updates.
Yeah. We're trying to pull focus on it right now. There's a lot of conversation, unfortunately.
Yeah, there is. Like for everybody
Right.
else.
And
we got it.
after the launch, I'm probably going to go out and do another load or two of laundry.
Pretty hard for
I also have to go pick up groceries this morning,
auto settings, so
sometime between 11 and 12. I put in a big grocery order, but I'm also buying extra meats and stuff so I can stock the freezer.
standing by.
I
Waiting.
also bought a lot of stuff to I got some chicken tenders and some cheese sticks, stuff like that to do in the air fryer.
33 Raptor engines are are inside
for
the
snacks.
launch mount. You can't see those from the outside. This orbital launch mount basically is a very genius idea by SpaceX to get rid of some parts that normally would
I am actually getting more sleep now that I'm back on my medication. Like, even though it's not fully in my system yet. I have been sleeping better, which is a good thing. I'm still a little like I took my medicine a little while ago, and I'm still a little lightheaded. I'm not up to, well, today I'm trying a full dose. 2 in the morning, 2 in the evening. So I'm hoping by tomorrow I'll be level enough. I tried playing some Skull and Bones last night, and I just... I was taking on some missions that were a little bit too big for me anyway. But that and my gameplay just wasn't up to snuff. Walkabout gets home today, so we might... I don't know if we're going to stream it or not, but I'm sure I'll play some World of Warships with him. He'll definitely be playing with us Friday night. And Walkabout needs to let me know when he gets home.
Yes.
Because I have a surprise for him.
It's the connection out there.
Oh, shit. That
makes it really, really hard
froze.
Those
there we go.
To get anything out. On IFT2, that worked way better, so I'm wondering if it's also partly the fog that creates this problem. That might be because we're beaming these signals over longer distances, and fog is really, really bad for that kind of stuff.
Nix_Scotland said, lurking, workman in the office.
Not a problem. Do what you got to do, sweetheart.
It's probably going to be hard to reach John, right?
But yeah, we were talking at Pius. We were also talking about Gaiman. As soon as my check clears, which should be by the end of this week or by Monday morning, I'm going to sit down and I'm going to go ahead and buy my plane tickets. I need to get with
Pius Duck 83
on our itinerary.
Walkabout.
But I need to get with you on our itinerary to see exactly what day I need to fly in again. I couldn't remember if we were talking about Tuesday or Wednesday. I think we were talking Wednesday. Then driving up Thursday. I can't remember. But I'll get with you on the dates so I can double check my flights. Lock them in.
They start the LOX fueling here and they start the CH4 fueling here. But what does that actually mean? So much. My wife just brought me a coffee. Oh, and the cup is the right one.
That, and I don't know where
Pius
everybody's
Duck
staying
83
yet.
said, yeah, just call.
I'll check with you later because, well, just whenever. Like I said, I want to make sure that I have money in my account before I do that. My bank account's being weird. It's showing over 30 grand in my account right now, but then it says funds are on hold, but it doesn't say how much.
You in Discord?
Hold on. Let me look. Where is Discord? Discord's on one of these screens.
So yeah, what you can see there is all fueling process.
Yeah, I am now.
It looks like
I'm up in in the oven.
We should be, if we can get the countdown in again, that would be nice.
The countdown is up there.
No, I mean the timeline.
Oh, timeline. There you go. There you go, Felix. Felix is like me. He gets his words messed up. The boy's got to be dyslexic. That's one of the reasons why I like watching him in his videos. Welcome in.
Meowdy.
Meowdy.
And soon we're going to see
Speaking of meow, where'd Mama go?
The reason why
Mama go? Did she go outside?
Can't believe they tore the.
She was on the counter
Yeah.
again. She what?
I can't believe they tore up the cat door already.
Well, I bought the small one. Actually, it was a medium, but I bought a small one because I didn't want like raccoons and stuff trying to get in.
Mm-hmm.
And Bane's a little big for it, and I bet you anything Bane came in, you know, being the bull he is, and it just ripped it out of the wall. But the screws weren't in very far. Now on the outside, the screws actually go into metal. There's a thin stainless steel or metal layer on the outside.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was fiberglass, but it's not. It's metal.
It starts raising the propellant
Probably aluminum.
temperature.
So the screws are holding good out there. Plus, the outside was silicone. But the inside, they ripped it off the wall.
Out and fill new propellant in, and
I kind of just have it pushed up there right now because once it warms up, I don't want the bugs flying in. I just literally have a hole in the wall. I went ahead and closed all the vents and windows. I kept them open all night, but the humidity went up, so it's a little muggy in here. So today I might have to run either the air conditioners or the dehumidifier function. Yeah, Mama.
Yeah, as far as Gaiman, I'm gonna leave about lunch from work on Thursday and then drive up.
Yeah.
So if you want to fly in Wednesday,
All right, I'll start looking for flights on Wednesday then. How
Yes, we can put
many
you in a-
hours is it up there to Gaiman from your place or from?
it's about 8.
About 8. Okay.
Yeah.
Man, that's going to be fun, especially right after a long plane ride. At least I can smoke in your car. I hope.
Right.
Do you smoke?
Yeah,
in your
just
car?
roll down the window.
That's cool. That's how I smoke.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like if you fly in Wednesday afternoon, Wednesday evening,
Yeah.
like we can get you a hotel
Yeah.
in the area, and we can just kind of hang out Wednesday night, or something, and then I can come pick you up Thursday at checkout or something,
That'll work.
and then we can go.
Do you already have motel reservations for Gaiman?
I do not.
Okay. I don't either. That's why I was trying to figure out where everybody's going to be. I don't have to stay at the cheapo place anymore.
Yeah.
But I also don't want to waste a bunch of money either. But
Right.
But
And
the closer I am to you, the better, though, since you're going to be my ride.
Well, and the thing about the hotels, it's
Most of them are
speak
all
of the
still pretty
devil.
close. What?
Yeah.
Is he
Fuck
texting?
it.
Oh, hey,
Fucker.
Walkabout. Are you home?
Losers. Yeah, I just walked in. I heard walkabout, walkabout, walkabout.
All right. Well, don't do it right now because Manette's going to be pissed off if you jump right on the computer. But you need to go to wargaming.net.
I'm going to fucking bed.
Okay. Well, when you get up, you need to go to wargaming.net and you need to check your messages. The website, not the launcher.
I was headed out there, and she's like, "Don't do it right now." Yeah, because once you start that up, you won't go to fucking bed.
Well, you don't have to start the game. You just go to the website and log into your account.
Yeah.
But still, you're going to want to.
Okay.
And she's going to kill us both.
That's okay.
Well, the launch was supposed to happen at 6 a.m. this morning, and it hasn't. They pushed it back.
So what is that test launch, right?
Yes,
Number 3?
Test launch number 3, yes.
I seen you had that up earlier, and I was wondering what the fuck it was.
Well,
then I put
Kim
two
Web
together.
93 said, "Morning, Ash.
Morning, Kim. Welcome in. She was up late with me last night when we were playing.
Did you even go to bed, motherfucker?
Yes, I did. And I
No.
Okay.
Yep. I was in bed before midnight, and I got up, about 5? So I got at least 5 hours of sleep, which is great for me.
Sure.
The alarm woke me up.
So what's the deal with Guyman? Who's doing what?
Oh, I just Pius is going to be my ride, so we're just kind of coordinating.
Ooh, Pius, you lucky bitch, you.
Yeah, I get first crack at him before you get him.
That's right.
But no, we were just trying to coordinate stuff. That's something I'm gonna have to do.
We won't be there.
Probably Monday. I need to sit down and lock in my flights and my motel.
What do you mean y'all won't be there?
We won't.
No, they've got too
Well,
much.
June
why
going on.
not?
I got
Jeanette
graduation.
1981
The week before Guyman is her family
we
reunion.
for sure won't be there.
Yeah,
So
Uh-huh.
we're strapped for cash. We're not going to be able to make that.
yeah, they got too much shit going on, and I don't blame them.
June is a
Okay.
shitty fucking month for us.
So
But if cash wasn't an issue,
KimWeb93.
No, it's just there's just so much going
said,
on Father's Day weekend.
Many demons said hi Ash.
Yeah,
We're out
it's-
watching for the bus.
Hi, mini demons.
And yeah, that's the biggest issue right there is cash, Ash.
Yeah.
But if cash wasn't an issue,
For
What do you
walkabout,
mean by that?
probably no, but Manette. So we're gonna try to plan something this summer too for Illinois to go visit Tab and have a small get together there. We can hang out at her bar, and that way it doesn't interrupt her work. She doesn't have to take time off.
Yeah.
We can go hang out up there with her, and we can drink and get stupid.
Yeah, just know there ain't no hotels around that motherfucking place.
Yeah, tell me about it. I haven't even looked for that yet. That's so far out. I've got to get up to see Paul Bear this summer, probably on the 4th of July.
Oh, you'll fly to do that because his airport is. He said the airport's right behind his house.
Yeah, it is. It's literally in his backyard.
That's fucking awesome.
Yep.
Sit out there and watch planes take off. I'm drinking my whiskey. And
Well,
Coke.
there's actually somebody else's property between his and the road in front of the airport. But yeah, from his yard, you can look out and see the airport.
that's creepy.
Yeah. So who's
It's a
the guy
small
that
airport.
brought the bright idea of June for Guyman?
JD. JD likes Father's Day weekend. JD's like me. Father's Day weekend doesn't mean anything to us.
Yeah, that's the problem here.
Yeah, I know. But hey, it's his show and he's coordinating it. Each artist is handling their own
Yeah.
shows. So
You wanted something 15th-ish, and he wanted something in the summer, and that was kind
The
of
worst weekend though.
that's JD. I mean, it worked best for JD. That's what he was looking at. So
it worked best for JD. It worked best for the bar. It worked best for Guyman.
yeah.
He just
Yeah,
didn't.
because everybody's gone away from doing Father's Day shit.
Yeah. But they're also he was hinting about
Minette
a possible
1981
Nashville show,
said,
which is probably the
it
Cats
sucks
Me
because
Out.
summer just starts for most people.
Yeah, you're
Yeah.
right.
I
Well,
don't.
The what was it called? The Cat Club. Shit, where do we have it in Vegas?
Cats meow.
Cats Meow. Yeah.
Like that's
They didn't have it open yet 2 years ago, but they now have a bar in Nashville.
no shit.
Yes, and so that's why there's always been talk about a Nashville show, but it always hinged around them getting the fucking bar open. Because they already told him, yes, we'd love to see you in Nashville.
Who's the artist? Who lives in Nashville?
Nobody.
The
I fucking do it.
and
But it's kind of centrally located for a bunch of folks.
Okay.
Because Ty's not far away he's in what, West Virginia now? Or Chicago? Depending on if he's with his girlfriend or not.
That's a big distance apart.
Yeah. Well, I know,
Beyonce.
but still, Nashville is very centrally located for
Yes.
the eastern half of the U.S. So
So is Dallas.
yeah, so is Dallas, kind of. It's more central though.
Straight south.
Yeah. But weren't they also talking about possibly a Dallas show?
Yes.
So
Yeah,
Fucker.
Mice never organized that son of a bitch.
Apparently.
yeah, the organization hasn't been great with these shows, but hey, things happen.
Not the other bias. It's all
Uh,
your fault.
No.
I know
No.
Ronan has had a lot going on in his life, so
Oh
I
yeah.
don't want to talk about it.
yeah, we won't talk about it. But hey, real life happens.
Yeah, it does.
Yes, real life happens, but some things, sometimes, you create your own drama.
Yeah.
Ain't that the truth?
And my colonoscopy is scheduled for June 5th, so I'll have that done and out of the way before I go to Guyman.
Man,
He might still be walking funny, but it'll be over with.
Nah,
we got a few more super chats.
that
Thank you
it's
so much for
the procedure's not that bad. You don't even. I mean, I didn't even feel any of
no
it.
German. I'm fine.
What I hated
So many
was
jokes.
it's the 12
So many
hours of
jokes.
prep beforehand.
Oh my God, yes.
You know,
Oh my god, it's so
the
horrible.
fact that you can't eat, the only thing you can drink is clear liquids like water. I think they'll let you drink black coffee, but I keep telling them only
Right,
heathens drink
right,
black coffee.
clear.
No, it has sugar in it though, and stuff like that.
It's caffeine free.
But yeah,
So is vodka.
it's just the constant
Yeah.
shitting.
Oh no shit, dude. Water butt.
Yeah.
I call that.
Well, the way I am, I go and I'll go crap or whatever. I come back, and as soon as I sit down back at my chair, my stomach gurgles again. I'm literally
Right back.
running around in my underwear or just a pair of shorts, so I can get them down real quick.
Just drag the computer over to the fucking shitter.
Kim
and
Webb
just sit there.
93
No
said,
fucking way.
Ryan hated the prep but handled everything else well.
Extreme coffee on the toilet.
Yeah. Like Kim said, the prep's the worst thing.
The shitter stream, we'll call it.
And it's not like you can get sleep, so you go in tired as fuck anyway, because you've been up for 12 hours shitting your ass off. You're hungry as fuck. And then once you get there, you can't have a cigarette for a couple hours until you're done. But the last place I was at was really cool. I told them up front. I said, "Look, I'm gonna want it when I wake up. I'm gonna want a cigarette and something to drink, and I'm gonna be grouchy." And when I woke up, the lady came in and she literally gave me a menu. What would you like to drink?
Kim Webb 93 said, and the hunger makes you cranky.
Yes. Well, anesthesia makes me cranky. I wake up pissed. Ugh. I'm just.
I heard a lot of people that way though.
Well, I wake up like that anyway. It takes me several hours to get up. I got to at least get one cup of coffee in me. You know, do my morning piss, and then usually after I've been up for a couple hours, my belly kicks in to do the daily constitutional, to go do my daily crap, which hasn't happened yet. But I just realized I also didn't eat a full meal yesterday. I just kind of snacked all day. Like an asshole, idiot. That's probably one reason why the medication's freaking acting weird on me.
Good job.
Well, some days I'm just not hungry. And it's not like I need to eat 3 full meals a day. I'm already fat enough as it is. But now that I'm eating healthier, like yesterday, I was out and I did a bunch of shit yesterday. I got 2 loads of laundry done. I was cutting that door, which means I kept having to go inside and outside. And,
You eating your greens, are you?
Yeah. Checked on my deer feeder. I mean, I was pretty active yesterday.
Your Metamucil.
Yeah, it's the Metamucil.
No, see, I don't need that.
Drinking your
I have no problem staying regular. No problem at all.
Yeah, but are you drinking your Ensure to make sure you have all the vitamins that
Asshole. I'm not quite that old yet. Although I hear Ensure is actually very good. I'm gonna have to try some.
Activia and shit like that.
They've got all kinds
your
of
yogurt.
shakes, like protein shakes and stuff like that are really good for you.
That's what I should do. I should send, like, around JD's birthday, I should send him some, like, Ensure and, men's one a day.
Yeah, you should.
Hey.
That'd be great.
One a day men's 50 plus. In fact, I usually order some more.
Yeah.
And plus, they've got me on vitamin D, and they're also now putting me on a vitamin B12 supplement because my numbers are like two numbers low of the average. I'm just like, I still fall within
Ash
the
is
range.
on that vitamin D.
Is that vitamin D?
Adam's not on any kind
Speaking
of
of vitamin D.
for that. As far as that goes, I am like 10 or 12 years deficient.
Well, it's because your, pasty white ass doesn't go outside.
Yeah.
To 100% is a big difference because the
Just go outside and get some sun. You'll feel better.
That's right. Soak in the rays.
Oh yeah, that the doctors tell me that too. You need to be more
Just remember,
active. Well, I'm as
put
active
the
as I
lotion on the
fucking can
skin.
be, and it depends on the day. I did manage to get some of the dishes done. All the cups are clean now, and I just have 2 bowls in the sink I need to clean.
a huge amount of fuel because you could do a
It's just I can't stand on my feet for fucking longer than 5-10 minutes.
Either way is really, really hard to do.
Okay, I'm going to bed. You
All
kids
right.
have fun. I'm going to bed.
Message me later when you get up. I don't know what time. I don't know what I'm going to be doing. Like I said, I got to go pick up groceries around noon. So.
Okay.
And
10-4, Maverick.
And I might be playing with the laser by then. I don't know. It depends. Or hell, I might lay down and end up taking a nap.
That's why the Starship is so large. It's not
Wow.
Okay.
wanted to have the biggest rocket ever built.
Later, guys.
Later.
Later.
Making phone pop back up. There it is. Oh, you fucker.
The scale you need, the wiggle.
Because that's what I've been doing for most of the week. I've been laying down, getting about 3 or 4 hours of sleep.
So tall.
Twice a day.
Yeah.
Damn, that's a good view right there.
Elon's one of his famous sayings is
Good
the best
camera.
part is no part. Well,
Let's-
big rocket equal more part. And
Fuck.
Maybe that's what I need to do.
Well, that's
Just
not
go back to napping.
I'm trying to click on things on friggin' Twitch. That doesn't work. Come on.
Why not?
Because I have to do it in OBS. Okay, there's a very good shot right there. Oh, of course, they switched to another camera that's not looking at the sun. It looks darker. Looking at the big SpaceX sign. Doesn't appear that they're actually fueling the vehicle yet.
On time, which who even knows at this point? I'm gonna refresh the Twitter feed from SpaceX, make sure we're not missing anything.
Yeah, let's go to Twitter. Yeah, that's what it's Tim Dawes doing right now too.
Yeah, our camera can see the SpaceX entrance sign. That is probably where that glow is coming from. That's the first thing you see when you're driving in to see the Starbase launch pad. By the way, right between this camera and the infrastructure.
SpaceX should be right at the top because they just posted a little while ago.
You can't right now at this exact moment because they're about to launch the world's most powerful rocket. But when it's not launching a rocket,
Man, X is just as bad as TikTok.
People are driving out, going
Just
out, and
X gonna get you.
not as toxic, but it's all fucking ads.
Where to go, where not to go.
Search. Let's go SpaceX. Oh, Starship. Here we go.
I have a video about that. Just search how to visit Starbase. I'm sure you'll find it.
SpaceX.
Yeah, we'll tell you everything.
Nothing yet.
Honestly, it's the opportunity to be this close to a rocket, closer than this camera is to that rocket. When it's not launching, you can go stand and see.
But is that SpaceX's? That's not their official website. There's I don't know why they allow so many SpaceX.
For the general public and for us spaceflight fans to get this close to a rocket, even when we go to NASA, like I've been up on Pad 39A, I've been right next to Pad 39B, I've been right next to what feels like right next.
See, Elon hasn't twittered in 5 hours, or X or whatever they fucking call it.
What? 5 whole hours?
That was 5 hours ago. That and they have to adjust it for weather. There's also a no-fly zone set up for the launch, and if a plane enters that, they have to put a hold, and make sure the area is clear before they can start the counter again.
Yeah, we'll be shooting that in 4K.
It's a pretty big thing. That's why. See, they didn't even officially announce this. We figured it out yesterday because they started issuing road closures, official road closures, and airstrip closures, and all that happy horse shit. All the stuff that they have to do for a launch, so we knew they were fixing the launch.
Who is we?
The space community.
Oh man, what are you guys thinking? Thinking 810 is gonna hold? So that's the current T0 is 810 local. We are at 716, so sun will be rising here.
810 local.
Just a little bit.
Oh, he's talking about sunrise, official sunrise.
We currently are not seeing anything.
Which is about 20 minutes from now.
Necessarily loading. That's a perfect view. Great job, guys. Currently not seeing anything per se.
back to SpaceX. See, this can't be the right channel because it only has a yellow check mark, which means somebody paid for it. It's not a blue one.
Like we said, we're at T-minus 53 minutes would be when we expect to see locks being loaded on Starship on the upper stage there. So we're looking for vents, but so far it's
yeah. As far as hotels in Diamond, like, you've got a cluster, like 4 or 5 different ones just within, across the street from each other or down the road.
Yeah, the OHA or whatever it was I was staying at was a little bit further north than the rest of them.
KimWeb93
it's still not that far away,
said,
but
Ugh, I got coffee started. We got storms coming in today. I didn't get to sleep till about 1. Woke up about 5ish, dozed off for about 10 minutes before my first alarm went off. Then I had to get to start getting mini demon ready for
y'all
school.
aren't even hearing any of that. All right, let me turn that back on. Chatbot was talking. Yeah, Kim, yeah, I got coffee. Yeah, we got storms coming in, but they're not supposed to hit us till tomorrow. That's why I'm trying to get another load or two of laundry. I did towels yesterday. So I'm just going to do some odds and ends today. Probably do 1 or 2 loads. Maybe just 1 load, just depends, because I got a lot of stuff to do. I have 3 brand new cups to play with. I'm not going to burn all 3 today, though. I got a big box of garbage I got to burn. And the cats keep jumping in there and pulling shit out. I need to take Steve's Sawzall and drill bit back to him. I didn't have a big enough drill bit.
The launch window started at 7. They could have launched at night.
To drill the starter hole to put the blade through. It looks like shit. It looks good once you put the 2 pieces on, but that hole was crooked as shit.
Look at this. People gathering at Isla Blanca on South Padre. Awesome shot. Yes, these are the shots that we've wanted to have for so long. That is Blaine out there. Thank you so much for being out there. All the people that will be celebrating and watching this launch. Crowd starting to join at Isla Blanca.
I'm just going to turn that frame off where the
cool to see families gathering. It is spring break time coming up here. Around the island is starting to get very busy.
KimWeb93 said, they're saying between 3 p.m. to 8 p.m. here, and they're calling for very large hail. Yay SMHFML.
I'm screwing up my layout, so I'll have to redo it before I stream again tomorrow.
Let's make sure we keep the rocket on screen at all times. I do love that shot, and I want to keep that shot coming in here every now and then. But let's make sure we're kind of keeping the rocket on screen as we are awaiting.
Just screwing his layout.
I'm not seeing any signs of right now.
Nothing on Twitter yet.
My personal feeling, again, my gut feeling is it's been pushed further. Beyond.
It was 22 hours ago. I see. How when I go home, everything's at Elon Musk. And that was 22 hours ago, and it's not even in order.
I feel like our T clock will likely be updating. Awaiting more information from SpaceX at this point. They're currently 10 minutes ago is the last update we got for 810. It is not going to be 810 based on the fact that we're not seeing any problem loading.
I don't see a problem with this.
What?
Hold on, let me put it on screen. I don't know. Fuck, let me swap to
Watching.
Monitor 3.
Again, they have until 8:50 local time here, so 8:10. They still have a 40-minute window, 40 additional minutes in this launch window.
How is that on Monitor 3?
Boats were in the way.
Oh well. Anyway, all right, we'll move.
KimWeb93 said, read Timmer, which he's considered a big deal in the chaser community.
Men like this live like this and don't see a problem with it. Sitting in front of a TV with a game console and fucking Jack Daniels and a pizza. Hey, that looks great to me.
Yeah.
KimWeb93
wondering what's wrong with that.
said,
yeah, I don't see a problem.
is gonna be here today.
That could be a good sign. We'd be likely behind. Nothing seems to have changed yet on the actual pad, but we are seeing, yep, there we go. We are seeing more activity at the tank farm again.
All right, tank farm is spooling up again, so everything is chilled. They're getting it pressurized now to load. I'm guessing. I don't know.
I'm guessing.
You're supposed to know this shit.
I know.
You're our Ashy Ash. You don't know.
Yeah, thank you so much, though, Michael Klooster. That is a very generous donation, $50. Thank you so much. I'm just glad you guys
just messed everything up.
There we go.
Good fucking job.
Crap.
The tank farm is spooling up. Actually, that's a good view. Go up a tiny more just so we don't crop the nose off there, because we can see the header tank loading in. But I do like seeing the tank farm.
KimWeb93 said, "Hey, I admire minimalist. I wish I could live like that, but I like my stuff. LOL."
Yeah.
Seeing some activity.
All right, we're just gonna. This is the easiest way. We're just gonna drag shit into here, and hopefully I can get the other ones. All right, where did
KimWeb93 said,
That's 10. Oh,
Charlie.
There we go.
Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. Fool me 3 times with the prop loading. Shame on all of us. I have no idea. But hopefully we get a new tier 0 time. I think it'd be safe. You know, again, we're waiting for SpaceX to actually give us a new T0 time. But no, they have not. But it seems like this is looking like about an 8:20, so about an hour. I think it pushed 10 minutes. I think we will likely be adding about 10 minutes to the T0 clock. So don't freak out when that happens. Not all is lost. Edward R asking infrastructure question: Are the
What the fuck monitor is that?
That bad that you cannot use one of those point-to-point networking solutions? Keep up the good work. That's actually what we do. We have
There it is. Okay.
We have a lot of what were we using for AirFiber? We still use AirFiber. We're also using just what's that called?
There we go.
Beams and thingy beams and oh my god, 2.4 gigahertz. Someone help Andrew. Someone in my ear. Just tell me what the other AirFiber is that we were using forever. And still have Air Max? No. Power beams. There we go. Thank you.
Is that it? Yes, it is.
It's just out here drowning in sweat and tears, forgetting what a power beam was. But yeah, we use different solutions
down
for
here.
Applications. So Starlink is getting better to the point where we can use it for a 4K stream. The big problem with Starlink is that its upload speeds still aren't phenomenal. You know, we're getting roughly 20 to 30 megabits.
But the most important thing about Starship is that it's designed to be a fully, rapidly reusable, reliable rocket, or what we like to call the 4 Rs.
We can push 4K feed through it, but the problem is we can't do multiple cameras.
Before we dive into the details of
There we
today's
go.
test, let's recap the
It's just a pain in the ass trying to move shit around to get it all on screen. And
You're a pain in the ass.
well, I have 3 different streams going, incoming streams, and then I have 2 outgoing streams. I got Discord, I got OBS. I don't have enough monitors.
Now, next, Starship executed a successful hot stage separation, powering down all but 3 of Super Heavy's Raptor engines.
Well, maybe you need to trigger Mama to buy you another monitor.
Well, before I can get another monitor, I need a new graphics card. And this case doesn't have enough room for another graphics card right now. Where the other graphics card would go, I have networking stuff hooked up to my server bay down there, because my computer is also now my server. Unfortunately.
Why?
Because my server shit the bed. I think it's the motherboard. I'm just gonna buy a new motherboard and rebuild with the parts I have down there. Rebuild another one.
Smooth zooms, smooth pan and tilt, smooth 6K, 60 frames a second at 6.
And I'm probably going to move it over
How can you not be excited about this stuff?
closer to the computer or to the laser printer. That way I can use the laser printer for I can have a separate computer for it.
The sunrise coming up here, so prop load should begin here in about a little less than 6 minutes.
Come on, SpaceX.
We have not seen anti-prop load actually begin. We keep getting like really close. Like, is it? Is it? Is it? But this should be.
KimWeb93 said,
Yeah, you tell
got my
Daddy
coffee
Boss.
in my ashy ash cup watching my ashy ash.
Yes. Got your ashy ash cup watching ashy ash.
That is more venting than we've seen. That is a very good
Oh, here we go. I'm seeing a frost line.
Likely about T-minus 5 minutes then until they actually begin loading liquid oxygen into Starship. So what they're doing right now, so they're purging and liquid oxygen is.
You can see the frost lines start to form. On they're loading both ships.
Minette 1981 said, I'm about to pukey puke.
Y'all are gonna make me pukey puke in a minute.
Because liquid oxygen is really cold. It comes in
Pukey puke.
relatively warm. They might be cold by our standards. Like if you went up and touched the pipe right now,
That ashy ash.
so cold it could freeze your hand, but it might be too warm.
Kim, you know you started something with that.
Therefore, boiling it off and turning it into gas. Gas that we're familiar with. Most of us are probably
Fucking Kim.
with gas.
Fucking Kim.
Gas can be breathed in. At minus 183 degrees Celsius, though, it turns into. I think that's about what it is. I always forget. I think it's about minus 183. It does turn into a liquid.
There we go. We definitely have propellant loading now.
KimWeb93 said, at Minette 1981 you not feeling good.
And densify it so that it can fit. They can fit as much propellant, as much potential energy, really, as they can inside of a.
KimWeb93 said, LOL yep I know and damn proud of it too. Minette 1981 said, Jesus.
No, not Jesus. I did meet him once, though.
Circumference of the rocket and all that stuff.
He hung out with a rough crowd.
Would be much heavier. So obviously, that would take away from your payload. I don't think it's even possible.
I figured it was your type of people.
I don't even know if you could run a rocket on gaseous.
I don't know. My type of people seems to be our community, and our community is awful weird.
What are you saying?
I'm saying you're my kind of people.
All right, we have time for another. I think we gotta do this about every 30 minutes. We're trying to.
Some of them more than others.
Of the fake, spam, and scam accounts, there's still tons of them. If you search right now on YouTube and say SpaceX or Starship, you will see about 10 or 20 scam streams.
Come on, ashy ash.
That's our only weapon.
You know you like us.
To fight misinformation and to help prevent people from getting scammed out of money, thinking that Elon's giving them Bitcoin or something for a rocket launch, which, come on, guys. I mean, I feel bad, but there are sadly gullible people.
Yeah, I can't believe people fall for that. Every time there's a launch, people get on and they'll stream SpaceX's stream, and then claim they're Elon Musk and try to give away Bitcoin. The whole contact me on Telegram thing. Come on, people. Telegram is a great app.
KimWeb93
being abused by people.
Said, cause now I have forever left a mark on this community and my ashy ash cause now every time someone says you'll think of me.
Oh, Kim, you're one of my longest viewers. You and Minette. I think you were around before Minette.
That information. Cool. Aerostat. There it is. The Border Patrol Aerostat. But yeah, we got 137,000 people.
Beautiful views of the rocket. It's not even daylight yet.
QR code. That's a red flag right there. Just report that.
Of course, SpaceX is gonna have the best views because they got cameras all over the launch vehicle.
We are truly live. If you're joining us,
the tower.
We are actually live in real life. Hello, everyone.
KimWeb93 said, cool.
A nice tip and a recommendation from Cywood saying make sure to select 4K manually. Mine was stuck on 1080p for some reason, and it doesn't.
Yeah, type in followage. Exclamation point followage in there in the Discord. It should show you. Not Discord. Friggin'. Chat. All right, let me go back over here. Because let's see what my watch time is. Or followage. Hold on. Well, my followage will also start when I.
It's like an instant, like, oh, someone put glasses on you, like, oh, everything was.
Stream Elements said,
of course, I'm not following
at
myself.
Adam SR12, Adamsr 12 is not following Adamsr 12.
Yeah, fucking Twitch. See, I've been subbed to myself
Stream
for 22
elements.
months.
Said. At KimWeb93,
My account was created in
KimWeb93 has been
December
following
18th.
Adamsr 12 for 1 year, 9 months, 12 days, 4 hours.
So that's 12, 31 months? Yeah. No, wait a minute. 24 and 9, 23 months.
Send the stream to a friend if they're excited about this rocket, but we are coming up on what we expect to be prop load at T-minus 53 minutes.
And that's about the time I started streaming seriously. I've had an account for years. I just watched on it. I streamed once or twice, but I didn't have the equipment and the friggin' bandwidth to do it back then. Actually, I did living in my trailer, but I was too busy working and I just didn't have a stream schedule.
Right now, it's pretty obscured by the condensation, as you can tell.
Same with YouTube. I never really streamed on YouTube. I'd upload deer videos and shit like that and drone footage.
Fantastic.
Some videos from work.
So we should be seeing propellant loading begin, starting with the ship with liquid oxygen.
They already are, Tim. You need to refresh your cameras.
Basically,
you can't see the frost lines, or was that from Earth? Or that might have been a different.
Cloud right around there. Currently, the liquid or the gaseous oxygen is kind of blocking the.
Maybe Wise showing one from the last launch, but it looks like this launch.
Actually, probably start cutting through that once it gets cold enough. As the ship cools down, you'll actually.
But no, I'm not seeing it on Tim's though.
Growing.
Yeah, and they've got a temperature thing too. No, okay, so they haven't started. Wise camera is, I guess, from a previous launch.
That is so funny. I'm glad that the thermal aspect is working. I'm confused why the, yeah. Dang.
And just to clarify for you,
KimWeb93
this is not a SpaceX stream. This is not a Wise stream.
Yeah, and I'm still streaming from my phone like I was since the day I started streaming.
And this is not an Everyday Astronaut stream. I'm just bringing their streams in so we can have different camera views. Because they actually have cameras there and the shit will look better.
Not as valuable, but I think with the recent upgrades, they might have enough. If they load today, completely load, and then scrub. I don't know what the reset time is anymore. Previously, it seemed to be almost 3 full days. If they had to totally fill, drain, they lose that much propellant that it would take 3 days to replenish. I suspect with the upgrades that's a lot quicker now. That we would likely, if they go totally full to the brim today and go for a launch attempt, and then they have to scrub it. I don't know if they can re-condense everything and get it back ready and replenish by tomorrow. They might be able to. I don't think we've seen that yet. So we will see.
Well, let's see what Wise is saying. That can't be a vision.
Okay, so
the winds are acceptable before.
Okay, now SpaceX is showing it now too. Or is that
on board the vehicle? You can see by the frost lines starting to build up. Looks like we're about 80% on the ship main tanks right now, and a little over 60% on the booster. Now, Starship uses.
Oh shit! I am behind. Okay, never mind. My stream was behind. YouTube does some weird shit.
Down to cryogenic temperatures. So
KimWeb93 said, and still haven't been able to afford the second damn phone that I been wanting to get, so I can have my actual phone separate from my streaming phone.
But since the second flight, we made some pretty significant upgrades to make that time shorter. We added
understood.
Pumps just to increase our capacity.
I'd love to have a second computer for extra monitors and stuff,
a dedicated
but it's really hard to bring all that into OBS.
One before, now they each have their own. That's just that main pathway to get the propellant to the vehicle. We're aiming for about 51 minutes for today's operation.
It's so much easier to bring in stuff into OBS if it's all on one computer. You can do a network thing, but it's
eventually, though, we're trying to get that time down to about 40
technically
minutes.
qualified.
Just for some context, that's about 5 minutes longer than we take on Falcon 9, but we're doing it with 10 times the amount of propellant. Now, the propellant load on ship started at about T-minus 53 minutes, booster right around T-minus 42 minutes. We are about to pause loading on the main tanks of ship, switch over to the header tanks, by almost 2 seconds. That just helps reduce the stress on the ground systems, improve the efficiency of the rocket. But right now, we're just about to pass 18 minutes away from launch. Winds, again, they're still looking a little bit marginal, so
we're actually listening to SpaceX audio right now.
KimWeb93
any other technical issues,
said,
and the range is expected.
Yeah, and OBS is temperamental as it is already.
Today,
yes,
we
it
have
is.
backup launch opportunities in the coming days. Could be 24 to 48 hours, all just depends on.
I mean,
how
I lose
far we
cameras
get
and
into
stuff all the
count.
time that
So
are actually plugged
check
into the
back in with
computer,
everybody
let
in
alone
just
trying
a little bit. For now,
to
though,
run
set
something
back
through the
Katie and
network.
Shiva out at Hawthorne.
Thanks, Dan.
It's like when I do my
countdown
security
is continuing
cameras,
to progress, so
they'll
let's
probably
take a
all go
closer
through my
look at
server.
the world's most powerful launch vehicle ever developed. Starship is
Oh
comprised
yeah,
of
eventually
two
though, I
elements,
want to
the
have a
ship,
whole
which
wall of
has
monitors.
6
I want to have
Raptor
at least
engines,
six
and the Super
monitors.
Heavy booster, which has 33 Raptor engines. Starship is capable of about twice the thrust of the Saturn V rocket, and with future engine upgrades, it will actually be 3 times more.
Because like right now, we're actually on my game screen,
those future improvements that'll
or
allow
game
Starship to
scene
carry
in
somewhere between
OBS,
150
and I've got it so messed up
250
right
metric
now.
tons
I'm probably gonna have to
orbit,
redo
depending on the
everything
configuration.
tomorrow
For
afternoon
reference,
before I go
Falcon
live.
9's heaviest payload to date is just over 17 metric tons.
But that's not hard to fix.
KimWeb93 said, You're not the only person I know that OBS doesn't like.
Well, OBS is very temperamental. Every time there's an update, they break something.
In terms of size,
my
the Super Heavy
OBS
booster
automatically does
alone
updates.
stands about 71 meters or 233
And like right now, I can
feet
check for
tall,
updates,
and is about the same height
but
as
it
a
is not.
fully
Yes, there is a
integrated
new one.
Falcon 9.
Damn it!
The ship stands about 50 meters.
I don't think I can update while I'm streaming.
By far
No,
taller
please
than the
don't.
Statue
No,
of Liberty,
so we're not.
which stands at 305
We'll wait.
feet tall with its base.
Please don't update your graphics card while you're streaming.
396 feet, so quite a bit taller there.
No, shit! It did it on its own the other night. It fucked up my whole stream. I thought my graphics card went out.
Larger Raptor engines. This great view of the.
Actually, I wasn't even
looking up
streaming.
at
I
those
was just
engines.
gaming.
And we need them to power through the Earth's atmosphere and gravity to deliver.
And I
those
texted
massive
Walkabout. I said, I think I just
cargo,
fried my
and payloads up to
GPU.
space. Moving up the rocket, Starship is designed for vertical takeoff.
Since
and
I'm not
landing on any
gaming
hard
right now,
surface,
it's not even
and that's
putting out
as
any.
opposed to taking off and landing on a runway as aircraft
It's
do.
very cool.
And that's important because there are no
CPU's
runways
a
around
little
the Moon
warm.
and Mars
It's
where
working
we're
hard
going.
right now.
The ship, which we're looking at now, features 6
It's only at
Raptor
55,
engines.
which is
3 of them are
still
sea-level
well within
engines, 3
operating
of them are
range.
vacuum engines.
GPU
That
is at
means that those
48.
vacuum engines are optimized with a larger engine nozzle to
I don't
operate
even
in
have
the
Stream
vacuum
Deck
of
open,
space
do
and
I?
get us higher performance.
The ship is also outfitted with 4 flaps to help aerodynamically control the vehicle's attitude during atmospheric flight and enable a precision landing. The body of Starship is also wrapped in a heat shield made up of 18,000 hexagonal ceramic tiles. Those are designed to insulate the vehicle during atmospheric entry, where temperatures can be as high as 2,600 degrees Fahrenheit. One of our test objectives today is to verify how Starship systems and thermal protection system tiles
I have to have the app
perform during
open, or
and
OBS
in
won't
between the first and second stages is our
pick
hot
up like my
stage,
sound
which
alerts
is
and
critical
stuff.
for our newest separation technique, which is
May I
set in
please
action
have a
during
drink,
flight
please?
test 2.
Yeah, that was a pretty exciting first for our
Am
team.
I not the captain of this ship?
Had never been done before as
I'm
part
so
of
sorry, but you're still
reusable
talking.
space
I'm not even on the
communication
dock
system,
floor.
let alone on a vehicle with the size and power of Starship. Now, at about liftoff plus 2.5 minutes, the booster shut down most of its 33 engines, leaving just 3 of them running, and then the ship simultaneously ignited all 6 of its engines. Some clamps separated, and the ship thrusted away. That was the first in-flight test of the heat shield, and we were able to gather a ton of valuable data about hot staging.
We maximize the vehicle's performance by leaving 3 first-stage engines on, so gravity can't rob us of precious velocity, or at least not as much. Hot staging also helps to ensure the ship's liquid propellants are at the bottom of the propellant tanks, which is where we need them to be in order to quickly light the ship's engines. It also reduces risk at stage separation because it creates a passive staging system.
KimWeb93
so that physics will be doing the
said,
work instead of mechanical parts
LOL, I
pushing
love
the
you,
2
Honey Depp
stages
as
a
Captain
little
Jack
better.
Sparrow.
Ultimately, hot staging could increase Starship's payload to orbit capacity by 10%, which directly translates
And when I first
to more payload
started
and more
playing
people
Skull and
to be
Bones, I
fed
figured
Mars.
Some of his sound alerts
Now,
should be
the first
would
stop
be just
will
perfect.
be the moon, and the SpaceX team has been hard at work proving out all of the systems necessary to make that possible. Critical systems for propulsion,
For
life
those of
support,
you that
and
haven't
even
watched
elevator
it
that you
yet,
see here,
Skull
which
and
will take
Bones
crew and cargo
is
from
kind of
the
a
Starship
cross
hatches
between
down to the lunar
Fallout and
surface
Battle
are
Boats.
currently in
But
development.
it's set back in
And
pirate
the data that we
times, you know,
gather
the
from each test flight helps
1600s,
93.
Here we've got a photo of
Facts.
some of the mock-up suits that are used to demonstrate the range of mobility that astronauts will be expected to
Ash
have.
just wants that
We're
booty.
using these to do human factors demonstrations and figure out the layout of the elevator.
Arrgh, I
It's
want
all
my booty.
awesome development work for a future moon mission.
Super cool. Now, SpaceX will perform one uncrewed demonstration flight before NASA's Artemis 3 mission, which will be the first human surface expedition since 1972. After those first expeditions, we'll be ready to fly more people along with everything it takes to build a moon base.
Kimweb
There's so much
93.
to look forward to. It's
Said.
incredible that humans
LOL.
are finally going back to the
Oh,
moon.
happy Pi Day, everyone.
You couldn't have said it better, Kate. And the moon is
Oh, it is
just
Pi Day,
the
isn't it?
proving ground.
Happy
It's
Pi
just
Day.
the start. When the time comes to make the leap to Mars, everything ramps up by orders
For
of
you
magnitude.
nerds
The logistics
out
of
there.
supporting an entire city on Mars are
What?
daunting and will require
If it wasn't for
millions of pounds
Pi,
of cargo
we
flown
couldn't
from
fly to
Earth
the moon.
and spread out over
Okay?
thousands of
Yep.
launches.
And today's
I
flight
like pie.
test is one more step toward that ultimate goal.
cherry pie.
I like hair dogs.
T minus 11 minutes, 47 seconds. Let's check in with Dan once again for a countdown update.
Kimweb 93. Said.
Cream pies.
Yay Pi Day.
Still good news from down here at Starbase. We're not tracking any technical issues that are going to
Pot
block
pies.
us to a launch. Our
That's
T0
something I haven't
time
had in a
still
while. I need
holding
to order some more pot
8:25
pies.
a.m.
And I bet
Central,
those
so
will
just
heat up good
about
and
11 and a half
brown
minutes
better
from
in
now.
in
The real thing we're going to keep an eye on is the winds once we get there. We do have that potential hold at T minus 40 seconds where we can hang out,
Bye-bye.
either let winds die down, make sure we're
My
in the right
sinuses are still
structural
messed
limits,
up.
everything like that. So don't be surprised.
Going
if we
from
do a
40
hold at
degrees
T-minus
at night
40.
to
We've
almost
done those
80
on
during the
previous
day
flights.
is fucking
But
killing
we
me.
are not tracking any
Yeah.
technical issues. The
Sinuses
range is
keep
going to be
draining.
green for launch, so all
Although
that really great news.
Because of my
We're still
Flonase,
loading propellant
I
on
haven't
the
had a
vehicle,
sinus
on the
infection
ship.
in years. I
We're
still
just
get
about done loading the
congestion
header
or shit
tanks,
like
the two
that,
smaller
but it
tanks
just
at the
doesn't.
top.
doesn't
And
get
then we'll go
infected.
back to the main tanks are about 85% full, and then booster, both fuel
And I'm surprised I
wax
haven't
over
built up a
80%.
tolerance to it yet.
So looking good there. The launch pad itself is getting ready.
It's not really an
for
antibiotic,
liftoff.
but it
We
is a
commanded the
steroid.
booster hold downs open already about 20 minutes ago or so. And then that just means that once that rocket has
Actually meant
sufficient
for
thrust to
allergies,
overcome
but
its
it also
weight, your
keeps,
thrust to weight
the
ratio
chance of
goes over
infection
1,
down.
it's going to lift off. We don't have a command to actually release the hold downs once it starts up. Just also a reminder, actual liftoff happens a few seconds after you see those engines ignite. So you'll see fire, and then a few seconds before Starship really starts to take to the skies. Our range team just going to keep on making sure land, sea, air are all clear as we really count down. But that's the latest. We're just coming up on 10 minutes before launch.
Lady Mina 007.
Starship's third test flight.
T-minus
Said.
10 minutes.
Hawthorne.
Cheer 50.
Great, thanks, Dan.
Lady
Green
Mina,
elements.
thank you
You've
for
been
the 50
following
biddies.
SpaceX
Said.
over the years. You've
Thank
known
you,
Lady
about
Mina
it. Talked about
007
full
just
and
cheered
rapid
50 bits.
reusability. Nearly all of the Falcon boosters
How are you doing,
flown
Lady
last
Mina?
year and this year have been reused, or as we like to say, flight proven.
We've landed Falcon 9 and Falcon
I
Heavy
haven't actually
boosters
talked to you in about a week or
283
so.
times since first doing so in
I know I
2015.
disappeared for a while
And with
last
Starship,
weekend.
Our mission is
Part
to
of that
take
was my
reusability
attitude.
even further by reflying
Web
both
93.
stages
Because I was
with
off my
little
meds
Said.
and I was
between
grumpy
flights.
as fuck.
I'm still a sucker for the microwave pot pie simply cause they're nostalgic for me. LOL, I've been eating them since I was a kid.
Yeah, me too. They're good.
The team at Starbase has been
I
hard
like
at
Marie
work developing
Cavenders.
and
They do some really
manufacturing
good
the
ones.
hardware that will ultimately take humans back and forth to the moon and Mars.
Now, even though we are
Damn,
not
same
recovering
people that make
Starship
my
today,
lasagna,
test flights
Stofers.
like these
Stofers
provide
make
the
some,
Web
data that
93.
we
not
need
as good.
every phase
Said.
of flight, and that
Mina
data
drive-by.
informs future missions
Yeah,
and gets us
Mina
to that
drive-by.
future where starships are being recovered and rapidly reflown.
Our teams are also working on the ground systems that will support rapid reusability.
And again, folks,
When we
please,
start
if you
recovering
haven't,
Starship
if
boosters,
you're
we'll
not
want
following
them to
me
return to the launch site
over
for
on
a
YouTube,
quicker
please go
turnaround.
over there
As
and
you can see
hit
here,
the subscribe button.
depicted
It's like
in
a
this
follow
animation
over here.
on your screen.
Doesn't cost
This is
anything.
when the tower reveals
I want to
its
get to
dual
500,
purpose After launch, the arms or the
this
chopsticks
spring,
on the tower
as
will
quick
help
as
guide
possible.
the booster into position to ensure
I'm
a
not
soft
even sure
landing.
where I'm at right
Now,
now.
if you're
Let me
thinking
look.
that this
Let's go to
sounds hard or
channel.
even impossible to do, well, that's the inspiration for naming them chopsticks. Some of you might recall a little
I'm at
film
370.
called
I
The
only
Karate
need
Kid, where
130
Mr.
more
Miyagi
people, and
famously
I can get
taught the main
monetized on
character,
YouTube.
Daniel, that if he could that if he could catch a
But you
fly
don't have
with
to watch me
chopsticks,
over there.
he
You
could
can watch
accomplish
me on whatever platform is more
Now,
comfortable.
today we do have 4 ships and 4
I will
super
say that
heavy
the
boosters
image is a
built
whole
with
lot
more
better
coming
over on
off the
YouTube.
production line as our
Although
Star
I'm shooting
Factory
at
continues to
1440p
grow.
to both,
These
but
vehicles
my
are slated for
a
future
lot
flight
higher
tests
bit rate.
just like today's, and in
On
fact,
almost
just
twice
this
the bit
week, we
rate over
static
on
fired our next
YouTube.
ship that's planning to fly and expect to test the booster as soon as the launch mount is free from today's flight test.
Showing we have how many people in here?
Now,
5
as a
people.
reminder,
Welcome
today
in, everybody.
is still just a test. While we really
Pius,
hope
Kim,
to get
Nix,
our
Manette,
splashdown location in the
Bucky.
Indian Ocean,
Bucky, welcome
but
in.
any data received will help us improve. It's the third of many future flight tests for Starship before it becomes fully operational.
And I don't
that's
think
the
I have
goal of
anybody
flight
on
tests.
YouTube,
They
but
teach us
that's
about
all
the
right.
limits of our design and improve
If
our
you're watching this on
understanding of the
YouTube, you're
vehicle,
probably watching
and
it in the past,
ultimately help
which
us
is
make
fine.
Starship more reliable and rapidly reusable.
There
So
are probably better
whatever the
people to
outcome
watch,
and
but I'm
however
just a
far
nerd
we
and I
get,
want to.
we can promise
I want to do it.
excitement. And things look like they are moving fast.
Oh, I
at
have 2 people watching over
Starbase,
here. Welcome in,
and
folks.
That's exactly how we like it.
Yeah,
Rapid,
Thank you. And now 4
iteration
likes.
is a key of SpaceX.
Yeah, we've done it with all of our major innovative advancements, including
The likes help
Falcon,
the algorithm
Dragon,
over there.
and Starlink. We
Yeah.
believe that if you're not failing, you're not learning and improving the design.
Yeah, many of the innovations that we've developed have come from our failures, and they teach us how to avoid the perils of spaceflight. It's a tough business. But all of this testing, all of the iterative design allows us to make the design better and better to do some of the great accomplishments with reflight that we've had so far.
Exactly. One of the examples that we love to talk about is the Dragon capsule, like the one located behind Shiva and I here on the mezzanine. Originally, it was not designed to be reusable. We wanted to prove the initial design, and then when we brought Dragon 2 online, we had to do a lot of corrosion analysis based on flights that had splashed down and analysis on hardware received there. And now our Dragons are reusable and also rapidly at a much rapid pace than they used to be.
Yeah. So, I mean, great learnings from our original Dragon to our new crew and cargo vehicles have directly improved the operations, and they've helped us change our understanding of what's possible when it comes to rocket and spacecraft.
You're my only person on Twitch that I watch and engage with regularly.
T-6 minutes,
KimWeb93
so I think it's another good time to check in with Dan for the rest of
this morning.
count. How are we looking, Dan?
Thanks, Shiva. We're looking good. 5 minutes, 35 seconds, and we're counting down. We are just about at closing the prop load sequences on booster and ship. Just a reminder, ship are going to close out at around 3 minutes and 30 seconds, booster at about 2 minutes and 50 seconds. Once all of that prop is loaded on board, we'll have about 10 million pounds of propellant on both stages of Starship. Now, after that happens, we'll go through a couple of different procedures with the ground. We'll do what's called pushbacks, clearing out the lines between our prop farm and the vehicles themselves before we get to launch. And then in the next few minutes, we'll get the final guidance system alignments, some final thrust vector control, and the booster checks. And all that will be performed. And again, if we need to hold, we have a
KimWeb93
built in at T-minus 40 seconds where we can hang
most
out.
of my other friends are sleeping right now.
15 minutes to hold at T-minus 40 if we need to. If we hit that right now, it looks like the most likely reason would be winds. We're not tracking any technical issues to our T0 at 8:25, just about 4.5 minutes from now. So, I mean, everything's really looking good. The booster's almost at full frosty, so we'll see that close out in just a couple of minutes.
I think
but
Chrome messed up
we're getting really close to flight, guys.
It didn't freeze up, but
The excitement is definitely growing here in Hawthorne, SpaceX headquarters. There is a large crowd gathering. You might hear them cheering occasionally. Now, Dan mentioned a good point about the holds. We have an opportunity to today hold for a few minutes.
The government froze it so that y'all couldn't watch the launch.
Up until the T-minus 40-second point.
It's not frozen, but I can't do anything.
So anything that would trigger an abort prior to T-minus 40 40 seconds becomes a hold. So that's a really cool feature
right,
to
we're
allow
just
the
gonna
team
go
to wait for final checkouts or assess prop levels, engines, avionics, vehicle pressurization. It's really helpful to ensure a liftoff.
Just hold down the power button for like 10 seconds.
No. From Falcon, I'm sure people have watched.
No, I was putting
in.
I'm putting a disclaimer into my YouTube video description. This is not an official SpaceX, Everyday Astronaut, or What About It stream. I'm just bringing everybody in together so we can watch it all together.
That's all you need. Sometimes the winds dip just
And
enough.
I need to go to the little boys' room before we
safely. And otherwise, if you didn't have that ability to hold a few minutes, you might miss that
You
window.
need to want your own stream.
Yeah, exactly. Which is kind of like today. Like we mentioned earlier, winds are the thing that we are watching. So good news there. So we are still continuing to progress. We're looking at liftoff in just under almost 2.5 minutes from now. Super exciting. Like we said before, there's nothing more exciting than watching a test flight for a developmental program, and that's where we're at today.
And like we talked about, we have some really ambitious goals for today's test. But really, the point of today's test is to try to get as much data as we can so we can inform the next iteration of the design of Starship, work those things into flight test number 4 and new objectives there that'll eventually get us to that glorious, rapid, reusable future that we so badly want.
Yeah, for flight 1,
okay, I'm back. My stream came out fine.
For flight 2, we wanted to get through hot staging separation, and we did. So today, we want to get even further than that and collect as much data as we possibly can. So with all that being said, we're going to check back in with Dan
my prostate's
to take
probably
us
about
through
the size
the final
of a
2 minutes of terminal
softball.
count.
We are under 2 minutes away.
Okay.
We have closed out the prop load on the booster and on the
KimWeb 93 said, BTW morning pretty duck it.
And we're starting to hear some good
It
news.
is.
It
Texas
looks
looks
like
like
winds
it's
are
having
not
a
gonna hold
beautiful
us up,
morning.
so there's a good chance
Beautiful
we
day
go
here,
right
too.
through that 40-second hold. So we're about 1 minute and 20 seconds
Looks
away.
like everybody's got the same camera
Just
view up
walking
right
you
now.
through one last time, we're going to see the engines ignite about 4 seconds before we hit our T0. They're going to ignite in 3 different banks. You'll get 13 of the inners, 15 of the outers, and then the last
Pious
5
Duck
ignite
83
just 2 minutes before T0.
said,
And then
Meowdy.
after that, the quick disconnect will
Meowdy.
retract. The engines will start to throttle up, and then we'll see liftoff about 1.5 seconds after T0. So we're under 1 minute away. Don't be shocked if we hold at 40 seconds before, but it sounds like the winds are cooperating today. We'll be able to move right past that, not tracking any other technical issues that could hold us.
Past our gate. There we go. They didn't stop at T40.
KimWeb 93 said, at Pious Duck 83 such a pretty ducky LOL.
Flight Director Ty Huntington telling the team we are go for launch.
Mellow
So
_
20
beast
seconds to go.
said, Meowdy.
Welcome in, Mellow. 15 seconds.
KimWeb 93 said, at Mellow _ beast morning.
5, 4, 3. There we go. Alright, well, it hadn't blown up yet. Pointy side up, flamey side down. The way it's supposed to be. Man, that's some beautiful footage. What about it seems to be a little behind. That's from the onboard cameras.
30 seconds into flight,
Beautiful
we are
image.
feeling the rumble. We are seeing 33 out of 33
I can see
Raptor
Dallas.
engines ignited on the super heavy booster.
Booster and ship.
Wave pies to the camera.
Telemetry nominal. Acquisition of signal.
You see me?
Yes, I see you.
Continuing to get good
No, I
call
can't.
outs.
They just
Our
went through
trajectory
the
looking
first
nominal,
cloud
systems
layer.
looking nominal. Just amazing to see all 33 lit up once again.
All engines are
KimWeb
firing.
93 said, Could imagine seeing something like that in person.
Oh, I want to. I want to go down to Boca Chica one day and
so we're now
actually
moving
watch a
faster than the
launch.
speed of sound. Getting those onboard views from the ship cameras.
I have never been to any type of a rocket launch in person. Well, all right.
Now the next
military
major
rockets don't
milestone
count.
is going to be
They were
a
smaller
hot staging
MLRS
maneuver.
rockets.
Again, we're going to be doing that
I've seen
in
them
just
fire.
about
Those are
90
pretty
seconds. To do that, we're going to shut down all but the 3 center Raptor engines on Super Heavy. That'll be our MECO, our most engines cut off. And then the clamps holding the 2 stages together are going to release.
Looks like we lost a tile or two.
Stage will ignite its engines. The
Kimweb 93.
the sea levels
Said,
right after that.
That would be fascinating and breathtaking, I bet.
Pointed out at about a 15-degree angle. So
that's not really a bad thing, but not a good thing either.
Center right after. And so those 6 engines will push Starship.
It depends on how many you lose. But it still can burn a hole through the ship.
All right, counting down now. We're going to be
depending on where that hole is at.
Right,
it might be on an oxygen or some type of fuel
maneuver. Again, we'll see the booster engines start to shut down. You'll see all but 3 lights go out in the middle.
You don't need a fuel tank.
On ship, pushing it away. And that will start carrying the ship into space.
Yeah, you do. You still need fuel for the maneuvering jets.
And then move into the boost back burn, setting
there
it
we
up.
go. Shutting down Dodge's 3 engines.
Gulf of Mexico.
Good deal. Hot staging. There we go. Separation. It looks like it's dropping awful quick though, but that might have been on purpose. I don't know.
Boosters now.
There we go. There's the booster.
Back, seeing 6 engines ignited on ship.
Nice.
Kate, we got a Starship on its way to space and a booster on the way back to the Gulf.
Oh,
nice.
Man.
Look at that booster.
I need a moment to pick my jaw up from the floor because these views are just stunning. These are live views.
See, look, there's
Starship.
the Earth. It's not flat, folks. It's curved.
The
this is not a government stream.
News informing us that the second stage or the ship, everything looking good, nominal there. First
you
stage
flat
is
earthers can kiss
the
my
boost
butt.
back burn, expecting that to last
Kimweb
about
93.
1 minute. That boost back
Said,
burn.
LOL.
That boost back burn propels the booster back towards the coast, taking it to a landing in the waters of the Gulf of Mexico. We're only using
all
the
these
Super Heavy
streams.
boosters, 13 center engines from
getting
here on
behind.
out. As whenever they relight, you'll be able to see that in the left bottom corner. Those are the ones that can gimbal. In other words, they move and change direction in order. Wow, these are just incredible views coming to us. Everything is looking good.
SpaceX is actually using their own
on the left-hand side of your screen, or the Super
their own
Heavy
network
booster,
of satellites,
as well as on the right-hand side of your screen
to
that is
broadcast
Starship,
all this
we also
footage
refer
back.
to that as the ship.
That's how good Starlink is.
Now, the boost back burn was the first of 2 burns required to return it to Earth. The next one will be the landing burn, where all 13 center engines will
they
initially
allocate
ignite
more
and then transition
bandwidth to
into a
themselves than they
3-engine
do to
burn,
customers for
to
this
help
kind of stuff.
slow it down.
No, I would too if I owned the network.
Test objectives. We're looking for controlled ascent, which we have so far.
Nothing's
Stage
blown up
separation,
yet
which,
that we
gorgeous.
know of.
We cruised right through it.
I mean, we're seeing
as well
pictures
as
of both craft.
Good news
the
there,
booster
telling
and
us that the path
Starship.
that Starship is on is
lost
good.
signal.
Now, Starship's second stage is still firing its engines, and as you heard, following planned flight path, the ship objectives, we're looking for hot staging, again, cruised right through that. We're looking to demonstrate controlled ascent, as well as orbital insertion.
Back.
Now, the bottom right-hand corner of your screen shows the ship engine graphics, so be sure to keep an eye on those.
Yeah, Kate, like this is just a phenomenal
Ship
test
engines
so
are still
far.
on.
Super
Speed
Heavy
still
is
accelerating.
performing beautifully today. It's on its return leg of the journey. Ship
booster is actually
continuing
coming
to
back
burn
down.
its 6 engines, those larger circles, the Raptor vacuum
If I'm not
engines,
mistaken,
the inner
both of these are going to
circles,
land in the ocean.
The Raptor sea level engines.
They're not going to. They're just going to sink it.
About 30
In fact,
seconds
there are
away.
explosives on board
30 seconds away
on the booster to help it sink.
The boost back burn.
And if the explosives don't work, they have a guy out there in a boat with a 50 cal rifle, and they're gonna literally shoot it full of holes, so it'll sink.
Guiding us through the
That thing is fucking
towards
awesome.
our splashdown site. Again, we're going for a for a splashdown.
Guns are a tool, just like anything else, a
splashdown.
screwdriver or a hammer. It all depends on how you use it.
So for landing burn, we're going to expect to see the 13 center engines light, rapidly bring down the booster's velocity, and then just the 3
entering the cloud layer. Look at that! Look at there!
Let's see if that'll work.
Engines preparing to light.
We're getting a few engines.
Oh, we got one engine. And we lost
acquisition of signal. We'll see if we can get some other video of that.
This is down below the horizon
this
now.
Is a test objective today. It is still something that we're attempting to learn. And to make it that far to demonstrate the control.
There's only one
re-entry
engine
up
lit,
to
so
that
more than
point is
likely it
pretty
just
darn good.
splashed down.
Ship continuing to look nominal.
I think they said they were
with
supposed to have
its
6 of them
ascent
burning,
burn.
but
This
in
burn
order to land it.
lasted,
Actually, you only need
about
one engine to
6
land it.
minutes total. And
You
we're
need 6
expecting that
engines
this
to land it
burn
well.
And
no, you actually only
just
need one.
after T plus 8 minutes,
To
about
slow
a
it
minute
down
from
to
now.
a point where it just
So
gently
far,
touches
though,
down.
I mean,
they've already
congrats
done
to
that.
the team. Making it this far is farther
They'll-
than
they
we've
fire
gone.
6 just to
On
rapidly,
flight 2.
rapidly
Just
slow
wonderful
the
views
descent,
and
then
great
just
engine
one to help guide it
performance from the
in. One of the
vehicles.
gimbling engines to keep it upright.
Awesome.
Because eventually they're going to land this on
So
a
far, we've
barge
hit
like they do the
controlled
Falcon
ascent. We're
ships.
in the middle of that right now. We demonstrated the hot staging. Kate, as you said, cruised through that. We
They just don't have
demonstrated
enough ships right now to do
controlled
that. I mean, they
entry
could catch it,
of
but I mean,
the booster.
if there was an
Just
accident
stopped a
and it
little short of
destroyed the
engine
barge,
relay, but hey, that's something we can learn for the next
they
one.
would,
Yeah. Now that view that we
they
just
might
had
not have it
moments
for all
ago
the Falcon
was a
missions.
live shot of Star Command.
They launched
So you
over
see again,
100
this is,
100
our
times
Mission Control Center
last
at
year.
Starbase. Where vehicle
During
operators are
satellites with
standing
the
by. Now,
Falcon.
the next milestone coming up
This year they're
is
planning 8 or 9 of these
less
launches.
than a minute.
This year.
At that point, ship will, or I'm sorry, actually it already has.
Engine cut off.
There we go.
Engine cutoff. It has reached its apogee.
As you heard there,
Nice.
by the call out and from the crowd behind us.
They are in
93.
space. It hasn't blown
Sick.
up yet.
First cup of coffee down, time to go out for my second cigarette for the day.
Shut down. We heard a call out for nominal orbital insertion, which is
Right.
incredible. Look at these views.
They have
Dan.
reached orbit.
I'm just completely blown away right now. What a day. Congratulations to the entire SpaceX team. I mean, this flight pretty much just started, but we're farther than we've ever been.
We're not
before.
done yet.
We've got a
They're going to
Starship
test the
not
door
just
and
in
then bring
space,
it
but
down.
on its coast phase into space.
If I'm not mistaken,
Just
it's
to
going to drop
recap
down in the Indian
where
Ocean
we've come
somewhere.
in, it's only been 9.5 minutes. How has it only been 9.5 minutes? We lifted
Indian?
off on time at
Yes, the Indian
8:25 a.m. We didn't have to hold at our gate at
The
all.
bibbida
We had
bibbida,
33
not the
and 33 Raptor engines open up and light and get us through a nominal
Yes, folks, on this
ascent.
channel, we are
Another
not
successful
PC.
hot stage. All 6 engines
I
on the
was like,
ship
and
propelling
just
us
like
into
that,
orbit. We did
Ash
see
is
a nominal-
demonetized.
what
It's
looked
more
a
like,
nominal boost
welcome to
back
Walmart, not
and we did make it all the way to the landing burn this time. Didn't light all the engines that we expected, and we did lose the booster. We'll have to go through the data to figure out exactly
Or
what
not- excuse
happened.
me, not how.
obviously. So we'll be
Pale
on the
face.
lookout for information about that. But wow, a ship in space. We've got a bunch of
Kim Webb
ambitious
93.
objectives
Hey, we haven't
ahead
even
of
brought
us.
up Hitler yet.
Over
Well, I
over
can
the
see how
next
today's
couple
going to go. My
minutes,
lighter
pretty much
doesn't
our
want to
next
light.
hour where we're going to really. We've got the ship
That's
in
why I always
space. We're
keep
now gonna
extras.
take
I have my
advantage of
Zippo
this,
here.
Try and learn as much as possible about some of
I
the
have
other
a Vic
systems,
here.
including that first ever
And
Raptor
I think,
relay
yeah,
in
there's
space. So
a
it's just
cheap,
gonna be
like, cricket
incredible.
lighter.
So all of that's still to come. the mission just started, but wow.
I keep spares.
What a liftoff. What a hot stage.
Just let it off
what an
the
amazing
stove,
sight
Kim.
to see Starship there in outer space.
I can't believe we're seeing it in space. This is awesome.
That's fucking cool.
Now, we are going to be coasting for the next about 30 minutes or so. We'll be back around the T plus 40 minute mark. And that'll be Starship continuing to coast, hit those ambitious test objectives, and then continue on to re-entry.
Yeah, they're gonna do a bunch
totally
of tests
sure
other than
what
just
video
opening
that
and
we'll
closing
get,
the door.
since that normally comes to us as we overfly ground stations, and we don't have a ton of those along our trajectory. But as we have video, we'll be sure to bring that to you.
And as of right now, they
Starlink
haven't
may
even built
be
a
able to
cockpit
bring
into
us
this thing
additional
yet.
communication paths today that will
Kim Web 93.
Why waste the resources
Said,
on a
I usually have a shit ton of lighters. I don't know how I've lost like 3 of them this last week. Mellow_beast.
And of course, when we do
Not allowed to quit, Mellow.
Time to quit.
Mellow, not allowed to quit.
now, which I just cannot get over.
Now, and actually,
when we have
since
views,
I'm
we will be sure to
57,
bring
I've been
those to you
smoking
live.
regular
But
since I was
no,
11.
views or no
If
views,
I was to
we'll see you
quit,
back here at
it would
T
be
plus 40
detrimental to
minutes.
my health. They do want me to cut
And there we
back.
just heard call it that Pez door is opening, so that's great.
We'll see. We'll try.
One of our test objectives today is to open and
Right
close
now,
that
I'm
Pez
excited
door.
and
That's
hyped
where
up.
we will
I'm a
deploy
nerd. I love
Starlink
this
satellites
shit.
from
I
in
still
the
can't
future.
believe we're getting
So great
footage.
news there that that test objective is already underway. So come back
This
here,
is fucking
stick
awesome.
around till T plus 40 minutes
All right,
for coverage
so,
of Starship's deorbit
all right,
burn.
they'll be back here in a little
demonstration,
bit. Let's
followed
bring
by
in
its
Tim Dodd
re-entry and what is sure to be an
into the main
exciting
screen.
splashdown.
While we're waiting, we'll go ahead and move
Kim Web
these
93
guys
said,
up here.
I tried it, didn't work out too well.
Weren't you like forced to quit, Kim?
And we'll bring up Tim's audio.
Today is to open and close that Pez door. That's where we will deploy Starlink satellites from in the future. So great news there that test
Let's actually refresh this. It's behind apparently.
Till T plus 40 minutes for coverage of Starship's deorbit
It's
burn,
still a little behind because
demonstration
he's
followed
got a
by
delay
its re-entry
coming in
and
on
what
his
is sure
end.
to be
Plus, I've
an
got a delay
exciting
getting his
splashdown.
stream. So,
My God, that was incredible.
yes, that was.
That's
That's fucking exciting. This is almost as good as sex for me.
A moment here and consider.
Although my underwear is not moist,
they
so
literally the second they actually had a valuable launch window.
I love
they
this
took
shit.
off right at the beginning of the actual because the range was not clear, so it wasn't like they were
And
trying
this
to
is
cycle
not
through
the
propellant
government
or having
doing this. This is a
vehicle issues.
private organization.
Literally T0, boom, lift off completely on time, perfect.
So far, everything looks
try.
like it went
This
perfect. We
is
might find out
crazy.
later
This
on
is-
they might have had problems
we've
here
seen
and there.
rockets that are new scrubbing over and over and over and over. What? Like, this is a brand new rocket, and it's the first launch attempt of this rocket.
Oh.
First, as soon as the window and as soon as the range was clear, as soon as they started prop load and had a
Kim
T0,
Web
they hit
93
T0. Unbelievable.
said,
Huge congratulations.
yep, for my
SpaceX
neck
team.
surgery,
This
and as soon as I
very
found out I
promising.
wasn't
So
gonna
let's go
have
over
to
the
take their
milestones we
nicotine
saw.
test again,
So
I
we
started right
made
back
it
up.
through full ascent, all 33
Well,
engines running phenomenally.
The main reason they
Through
do that
stage
is for the
separation,
anesthesis.
phenomenally.
If
Everything
your
was
lungs are
fantastic
clearer,
there.
it's easier
So
for them
that's
to
all great
administer
news.
the
That's the type of
different
stuff we want to
gases.
see today.
Different drugs and
The
gas
other
form
milestones
that
that we
to
saw,
help you
by the way, I'm gonna
stay
use
asleep
our
and not
mission
fucking stop
control
your
here and
heart and
stop
stuff
all
like that.
recordings.
I
think it'd
understand
be
why they
safe to
do it.
Stop all recordings.
It's just a pain in the
on our
ass.
mission control here. Everyday Astronaut mission control. Do I have confirmation? I don't think we need to record anything now. It will help us save on data. And
What if I want them to stop my heart?
Yeah, the VA
here,
will
so I'm
also
gonna go
do
ahead
that
and
for any
stop all-
major surgeries.
I am
Major
sure that I
surgery.
want to stop all recordings. There we go. Okay, confirmation that we at least had a good amount of them going. That is awesome. Okay, so yeah, we saw a safe stage separation without hot staging, which is so controversial.
shit.
A lot
I'm
of people not sure.
again,
hot
I'm trying to
staging
click on
works. 2 out of
Twitch
2
and
for
not
hot
on-
staging. Not only was hot staging successful, we had a full successful burn of the Starship upper stage. Clean all the way through. It is now in space. It is now in 0G on a barely suborbital trajectory, and it will re-enter off the coast of Africa. In between Africa and Australia in the Indian Ocean, there's a pretty long
See?
re-entry corridor there.
Yep.
And that is where this ship will hopefully end up here in about, what is it here? Starship re-entry will
Little over an
hopefully be landing
So it'll be about
T re-entering in T plus 50 minutes. So we're at T plus 15.
Oh, okay.
We should see that at T plus 50. So we have
45
a
minutes.
decent amount of time before that. But yeah, as you can see here, these are the milestones we're looking
Well,
to see.
folks, for now that's
but
it. I'm going to
the
keep
boost
streaming
back
because I
was
want to. I
clean
also want to
on
watch
the booster.
the coming
booster
in.
re-entered and looked like it was nothing. Did you notice that while it was going through?
I don't think the
parts of
engine's
atmosphere
fired
that would
properly to slow
destroy
it
a
down,
Falcon
but
9, and the Falcon 9 would have to do a re-entry burn. The booster didn't even. I didn't see any signs of like. There's not even like a plasma buildup. It just was so smooth coming back in, so gentle.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, they did not manage to successfully relight Raptor engines for the landing.
Yeah, it
burn.
didn't look
so
like
that
the
is something
engines
they'll have to
relit
prove out
properly.
before they bring this thing.
Kimweb 93
It's slammed into the ocean,
said,
but that's okay.
I finally got my cigarette lit.
Successfully do a landing burn with the booster. But again, the booster
I'm putting
did
mine
something
out.
that was completely nominal for every other rocket besides the Falcon 9 and Falcon Heavy. So, you know, if people say, like, oh, the booster failed, it's like, no, the booster still did its job. Its primary
booster did
objective.
its job.
Oh, we do have
Booster
views
got it to space.
from inside the payload bay door.
Oh, I need to plug that up.
Oh, that is cool. Look at the, like, the vapors. That is awesome. The door appears to be closed now, it looks like. Or closing. Did it already open? That is wild. You just see stuff floating around inside the payload bay door. This is crazy. Wow. So it is officially made it through a clean orbital-ish insertion.
Mama Cat's just sitting there
at
the cat door staring outside. She's using
can't believe
window
this.
right now.
Kimweb 93
It's just cute.
said,
oh man,
it's okay when I get paid I'll go to Walmart and buy one of those 5-pack of Bics you can get.
Yeah, I need to do that too, just so I have extras around. Because I also like to keep an extra one in my car. My Zippo is my primary.
From this angle, it might have just
you never know when you're going to run out of flint or
It
fuel.
doesn't look like it opened all the way. Maybe I don't know. I don't want to speculate on that. SpaceX is not updating us. We do have their program still in here, so once they start giving us updates, we will hear them on air. But they are taking a break basically until the.
Oh, wait a minute! It is opening. I'm seeing daylight through the door. Oh, we lost the signal.
They are working
What the
on
fuck
the
is that? Here we
transfer
go.
demo here in about the next 8 minutes. Okay, the door is moving.
Yeah, door is moving.
That's just the fact that it's rotating in the. See the sun. It is good
We
to know that the
conveniently
vehicle
lost the
at least
signal at the
needs
time
to
that the
be-
door opened.
No, it
That is
came
incredible.
back.
Do you- I wanna
It's
point out
going to be
a thing. Did you see
it's
they
going to be
shut down
sketchy.
the Raptor vacuum engines, the outer vacuum engines, which are more efficient in space? They did shut those down before they shut down.
I don't
the
know if they're
sea-level
having
vacuum.
problems or they're just
My
opening
first
it,
thought on that, why they would do
jogging
that
it a
is
little at a
simply
time. I don't
because
know.
I
don't know what
can
the
do
plan
some
was for that,
fine-tune
honestly.
adjustments because these center engines can do the gimbaling. So the center engines can still steer and control the vehicle. And so at shutdown, if you have any kind of transient, like if say
Tim
the
Dodd
Raptor
here
engines,
is
let's say
actually going to be
shut
one of
down
the
a little
first
bit
people
too
to go
late,
into space.
They could put it into a spin. So it's
On
better
the
to
Dear Moon
turn
mission.
them all off simultaneously.
He's already
and
gone
then
through his medical.
null out any of those if it did.
They've done a
accidentally
little
use
bit
any
of
kind
training,
vitriol,
but
they can use
he's
those
actually
center
going to go
engines that
have
do
to go through
steer
astronaut
to be
training
able to,
on how to wear the
you know,
suit
null
and
it
all
back
that
out,
kind
make
of
sure it's
stuff.
continuing on its nominal trajectory, then shut
He's
down
just
the
going to
sea-level
ride up
engines,
there and ride
which
back
can
with it.
gimbal. So we saw the Raptor and vacuum engine shut down first.
That'll be the
then we
test
saw
mission
sea-level
to
engine
get up
shut
there
down.
to show that they can
Very
orbit the
cool.
moon and then come
It's
back.
fun to see
They're not
these
actually
new
going to
things,
land.
though. You know, it's fun to see these new milestones.
I don't
new things that we
think
hadn't
they
seen
might
before. We
land
did
on the
see
moon
engine
and
shut
take
down on
off.
Flight 2. We saw
I-
them shut down on Flight 3.
But they
So
might.
now,
I'm sure
I
they'll
wanna-
do
I
a
wanna get
test
some place
without
to rest. After
astronauts
seeing
first.
how the booster handled
Before they actually
re-entry
do that.
without
Hey,
even
Mama.
looking. There's views again.
You want up here?
How the booster handled re-entry like it was
You come up and
nothing.
say hi to everybody?
I feel like
I
even
know
though
you
this
don't
thing's
want me to
all
pick
you
you up
can
'cause
see
your
missing
belly-
some heat
your
shield
belly
tiles. I think it's gonna be fine. I think it's gonna
Come on.
re-enter, no problem.
Come on.
I can't believe this thing went off today already.
Nope, she doesn't want to
Guys,
come up.
that's
I don't think. Come on.
from our end here at Everyday Astronaut. That's actually a huge relief. We have people that need to leave. We have people that need to be here and there, all around the United States after this. So that's actually great news for us.
Mama's used to her
I am
collar now. It
so
doesn't seem to
happy.
bother
And
her.
to
She's
all
not messing with it.
200,000 people of you watching still, thank
Meow.
you so much for tuning in with us.
Come here.
It is such an honor to be able to cover not only the progress of
I know which one
SpaceX,
you
but
want
for
to.
me, my own
Yeah,
personal
I'll
journey
do
to be flying on this rocket with Dear
You're
Moon.
a
It's
big
just
kid right
crazy
here.
that, like, when I see these progress milestones and I see that Starship footage in space, I get goosebumps.
That's too much.
I have goosebumps. It makes me go, realize the reality of what's coming. So.
And we haven't even got into Pius's treats yet. They're still going through the big bucket I had.
I'll try to answer some
Yours is still sitting on the counter. I haven't even broke the seal on
this
them
is
yet.
incredible work, and it goes without saying.
And they still have tons of soft food.
Loving the
because when you sent that, I just ordered a big box.
Thank you so much for Jeffrey for your super chat.
And it got here like a day before yours, so I opened these.
As quickly as I want. I'll try to see if I can answer some of these questions.
They have plenty of soft food. You give them a full can of soft food every day.
Yes, but if I do that, they won't eat dry food.
Largest object to ever.
They will save the dry food.
It has about the same amount of internal volume.
I was about to say, usually the dry food would go stale, but I'm using those Tiny Cats buckets
by quite a bit. Actually. Okay, so
for food storage.
We have views again. We're bringing you guys the views.
bottom one still has.
We get them. They are occasionally losing them. We can
glitter in it. The top
so
one's
even if they do go to that
y'all
screen,
can't
it's
see
nothing.
that.
Let's just keep
it's
that
over there.
Since we don't really have
top one has cat food in it. It's perfect. It'll hold a 16-pound bag. Perfect.
Yeah. So.
Have you tried mixing the dry food and the wet food together?
Yeah, and they don't. They just kind of pick through it.
So that will be at.
Well, shithead, he'll just wolf it down anyway. He doesn't care.
So what they'll have to do
He's like a dog. He'll eat just about anything.
Some kind of ullage settling.
He's a growing boy.
They'll actually vent some of the propellant, which will slowly and gently accelerate the rocket.
You're not getting
more forward, or in a direction, and that will settle the propellant towards.
How good are these treats for the cats anyway? They would eat this like dry cat food if I let them.
Start to do the actual propellant
Define
transfer.
good.
So that's what we're going to be seeing.
I don't know. I mean,
does
it? I'm sure it's nutritious, but it says 100% nutritionally complete and balanced for adult maintenance.
Constant downrange.
Just shake the pack and they'll come running. Yes, they do. If they hear it rattle, they come.
We'll see. If
since I'm holding it, she's expecting more now.
Oh man. Why is it spinning? People
clearly, you should give her more because Pius said so.
I don't know.
Right.
What
you're
it's
lucky
you're at
Pius said okay.
If it is,
so you're getting more.
What they're doing, they're probably.
She loves these things. This is the catnip fever.
Not under acceleration.
Chicken catnip and cheddar flavor.
Control systems checkout, literally firing off all of the reaction control thrusters, seeing how the thing maneuvers. Making sure it matches up with their models. They might be they're taking it for a spin. They're kicking the tires on this thing right now.
Shithead's missing out, isn't he?
All right, what happens when we do this and do that, and if we fire?
I really can't call him Little Bane anymore because he's getting huge.
Are basically hot gas thrusters.
Yeah.
Basically venting out.
Males usually do.
This vehicle is
at night when he jumps up on me, he actually suffocates me. It's hard to breathe with him on me.
Warms up inside the tanks of the Starship. And it needs to be vented anyway. So
he wants joking there.
He
always wants to be, but he wants skin contact. So if my arm's sticking out, he'll lay across my arm.
If you've ever seen that clip of me talking with Elon,
it's weird.
asking him like,
beginning to think he might be a little bi.
On the booster, right? And I want to clear things up. So many people.
He hasn't tried to.
It's not that
video has become a litmus test.
It's not that.
If you hate Elon Musk, you say,
I know.
You stole that guy's idea, and you didn't even thank him. And if you love Elon,
he considers me part of the litter.
He listened to he'll listen to anybody for ideas. I don't think it's any of those things. I asked him just a question, and I actually didn't like the hot gas thrusters. So I was almost saying like,
you're safe,
booster, right?
you're warm.
And
if I cuddle, I can, I'll be safe and warm too.
Yep.
Kimweb 93.
And probably next month they'll both go in.
Okay, y'all are going in my ear. We making a trip across the street to get Ryan caffeine.
Okay.
They're using the ullage gas.
I need to call and check. I don't know how long they have to wait after they have a litter of kittens.
They need to vent that anyway.
Because obviously they're not going to fix her while she's pregnant.
For maneuvers. So here's the thing.
She should. I'm expecting her to
pretend you're in a situation where you don't have to do a maneuver. You can just have them both pointing in opposite directions and know each other out.
This weekend or early next week.
Still,
I'm just guessing because her belly is tight as shit,
right?
And huge.
Now, if you need to do a maneuver anyway, you just
do one
of them. You know what I mean? So there's always like an equal and opposite reaction, right?
You're not getting any more.
So this is pretty crazy. Oh, interesting spinning for the propellant transfer.
Y'all can have canned food, but you're going to get it later.
Just by spinning it?
Actually, I can give her a full can right now.
Why have we not done that?
Because she won't eat all of it anyway. And Dickhead can come in and finish it.
That might be the...
He'll definitely eat a whole
the header
can
tank on the main tank. I feel like that would push the liquids.
Well,
to
while
the
we're
wrong
waiting,
sides.
I'll let y'all listen
Unless
to
they're
Tim.
spinning it.
All right, we'll just give Mama some food.
Let me get my handy dandy. This is not a Starship. Our Starship models are way too
It's
big.
warming up now. Now that the sun's out, it's warming
unfortunately-
this place up. It's already up to 73.
Oh man, that is hilarious. Unfortunately, our friend Dan made. There's a Starship model in the background. I don't know. Maybe we can see it over on studio wide here, but it's huge. I'm too nervous to pick that thing up. But that is to scale, by the way. I'm going to kind of pop over there real quick. That is to scale with this. So this is a Falcon 9. This is the upper stage of Falcon 9. This is a Dragon capsule. This is to the same scale as this. So this is normally what's in orbit and has people and an empty trunk. And this is what's in space right now. That is absolutely insane. Oh my word. So, yeah. So I'm going to do the demonstration though. Oopsies. With just this, just to demonstrate what they're going to be doing, or the theory of spinning it to do prop load. So if they would spin it like this, where it's like spinning on the middle, the propellant at the tip in the header tank would go this way. The propellant down here would go this way. That probably wouldn't work. But what they could be doing, but it'll always mostly rotate under its center of mass. But I was wondering if they
I'm sure when Dickhead comes in, he'll probably tear the rest of that off the wall.
could just rotate more or less on the nose, kicking the aft end around.
Well, when I go to town later, I might go by the hardware store and pick up a box of screws.
Maybe we'll see. They are probably
That's
likely
like sheetrock
basically
screws are a
in
little
that
bit longer,
mode.
so you can bite in better. And worst
Right
comes to
now.
worst, like I said, I'll drill holes completely through.
It is
and I'll
moving.
put nuts and bolts on them if I have to.
You can tell from that feed that it is
Door is
indeed
moving. It's moving a little
spinning.
bit.
We hope that is under control and intentional. Wow. Okay, so
I'm gonna jump off
we should
so
be
I
seeing
can
right
get
now is the
work
propellant
stuff
transfer
done for the
demo.
day.
Okie
And
doke.
the payload door should be closing here soon.
You'll
so
have all the
more or less,
fun.
Hopefully that has
And
been open
I'll
this
get with
whole
you
time.
Monday and let you know
Hard
what
to tell
I-
from that
what I
angle.
decided for,
But yeah, the fact that it is still live
the
is
flights.
fantastic.
I haven't
That is
looked
great
yet.
news.
I haven't looked
The
yet
vehicle
because
is in one piece.
because I'm not gonna. I
It is
can't
on a
pay for
nominal
it yet.
trajectory.
Or I could.
Fantastic.
I want to wait.
We have people asking, where do we get
Yeah.
our models? Hey, I've got a little place for
I
you
honestly
guys.
don't know how much money I have left in my
It's
account.
a
They
five-
gave
if
me
you want your
$2,500
own
of that
metal
original
Falcon
money.
9 model rocket. We have them on sale
Mm-hmm.
right now.
And,
Everydayastronaut.com.
actually, today I
Flash shop.
should have gotten my Twitch
Go ahead,
payout.
you can pick up your own
See
Falcon
what time
9
is it?
model rocket here.
Those are her
Uh,
core.
Spencer, I don't know if you can pop over to
No.
the store
Um,
here. There we go. Yeah, we have.
But yeah,
it's
if
on
you want to
sale
fly
right now. Our
in
Falcon 9
like
metal
that
model
Wednesday
rockets
afternoon,
are on sale.
Wednesday evening,
Everydayastronaut.com. These are
yeah,
metal,
I'll try to do
so
that.
you're not going to just break them by playing around with them, which is why
yeah,
I
there's
have
plenty
no
of
problem. And no
hotels
I have no
that
problem just
you can get a shuttle to.
My money's on hold,
You could,
but
you could use it as a weapon if you had to for self-defense.
nope,
But
I
yeah,
got
Falcon
$1
9
from
metal model
Twitch.
rockets,
What did I get
landing legs
$1
do
from
deploy.
Twitch for?
They are incredible.
Woohoo!
I wonder if they're testing my
and
my
then don't
account
forget
to
while
make
you're
sure it's
there,
still good.
support us by grabbing a new
Right,
orbital
Twitch
shirt,
payment did not go
Mars
through.
hat,
Twitch,
ISIS Coupe
Twitch has been
umbrella,
late on their payments for me
lots of
lately.
other fun
I've
stuff
been
we
getting
already
them on the
pointed up,
15th.
Flaming down, Methalox, Hypergolic, all the fun stuff, and don't forget to check out our on sale
Wait
right
a minute.
section.
No,
50%
okay,
off
I
of
see.
many of
Twitch-
your favorites.
Twitch
50%
took
off.
$1
We're clearing up inventory.
and then gave
Help
it
us out.
back.
Nix_Scotland.
Everydayastronaut.com/shop.
Yeah,
Sick.
to test it.
So let's.
Yeah.
A whole
We're
dollar.
still waiting for
Yeah.
more signal.
Well,
from-
that's
we
how
do
they
have
that's
the
how they
views back
test the
of the payload. Perfect timing
to make sure they got the right account
Look at that.
and
Yeah.
the
It
connection's
is
right.
still in one
Numbers
piece.
are right.
That's a very good sign. That is fantastic.
So they give
that
you
it is
$1 and then
still
they
in
take
one
it away.
piece.
No big, or they take
So
away
that
$1 and then
payload
give
bay
it back.
door should be closing here.
No big deal.
Or didn't. So I don't know if the door worked.
Yeah, I've got work.
Because it should be looking different.
I've
than
got
it
work
did
Tuesday,
a
Wednesday,
minute ago.
Thursday that week. So if you come
Right
in
now, the payload bay
Wednesday
door should have closed.
afternoon, Wednesday
But I don't
evening,
really see any difference between now and then.
there's
I'll probably hang out at the motel
So
and
maybe
get some
the payload
rest.
bay door
Honestly,
didn't work. Let's hope
Yeah.
the propellant
the
transfer
plane,
demo
the
that's
plane,
worth $53
plane ride's
million
gonna take a lot out of me.
for a contract.
yeah,
It
that's.
did work.
But like, if you needed me to get you,
Those of you asking,
there's
if the
plenty
launch
of
day code is
like
available, it is not because
reasonably
we have, like, so much
priced
stuff,
hotels
50% off. Our launch day code is normally 10%
within
off.
shuttle
We have,
distance.
like,
Okay, yeah, it's
an
only
insane
yeah, it's
amount of
only
things.
only for a
Oh,
day.
An update
Maybe
from
day and a
SpaceX.
half.
Propellant transfer demo complete.
Only for a night.
That is official from SpaceX. Propellant demo transfer complete. That is
propellant
awesome.
demo
That's one of the
transfer
big
complete.
milestones for today. Very big milestone for today. Is
Well, what it
that
is, they plan on
transfer of
mating 2 of them
propellant.
in space
That is just
to refuel.
fantastic.
So they just had extra tanks on the
Yes.
inside
Oh,
for
there's
the
that payload
instead of
door
actually
trying
going
to
to
do
another
stuff.
ship. They just transferred fuel from one tank to another.
Wiggling around. They might have to do a
Using the
little bit
same
more
equipment.
engineering on that payload door.
So
All right,
that's
so one of
complete
the next
and
big
it works.
milestones, if we continue to get data like this,
They're testing all kind of
we
stuff
should
while they're in
see the
space.
Raptor engine.
And I am seeing some missing tiles or
relight at
partial
T
missing
plus
tiles.
40 minutes, so we are.
Which on
we
this
are
ship
at
won't
T
be a
plus
big
40
deal,
minutes and
but this is
46
all a
seconds,
test
so we're actually
anyway.
Exactly 10
before they
minutes right
actually
now
put people
on the
on
mark
it.
from hopefully seeing a Raptor relight. We believe it to be likely one sea-level Raptor engine, so that they can control it and gimbal it and maintain orientation with
I
the
will.
single engine doing gimbal.
See y'all later.
If they were
Later, Ducky.
vacuum engine, those A, don't gimbal, and B, they're on the outer perimeter, so that would certainly prevent, induce a lot of, pitch or yaw into the vehicle. Look at all that ice. That is just solid chunks of oxygen or solid chunks of methane. Isn't that crazy? Don't worry, that's very likely not debris. I know it's hard to discern, but ice does build up. As liquid oxygen becomes solid oxygen when it's in shade and as it's vented out into space. When it's on the sun side, sometimes it'll I don't know if it does actually, if it gets enough radiative heat, because that's the only way to transfer heat in space is through radiation. So, holy cow, this is absolutely crazy. So people, I know we're probably going to be
That's
like,
probably why they're
UFOs?
spinning it too.
It's just ice.
Trying
There's
to keep
a lot of ice on this vehicle.
because there's a
And it
hot
has
side and a
this many
cold side
vents,
when you're in space.
Using
So they're
vents
probably
that are from
rotating
the
it to
cold
keep
gas
it at an even
thrusters,
temperature.
or that are hot gas thrusters going from
Because this thing is
gaseous
not
methane,
insulated,
gaseous
other than
oxygen, you're
the
going to see
black
a lot of
tiles.
buildup of ice around those vents. So this vehicle is
The
going
other
to be
is just
constantly
stainless
spewing
steel.
ice. Which I wonder if that actually would become a problem on orbit.
With the ice?
Hopefully they all melt away relatively quickly.
That might be also
I
why they're
never even thought
rotating
about
it to
that.
help melt the ice.
Which is going to be very, very icy.
Those are
This
beautiful
thing is
images.
just absurd. The scale
Kim
of
Webb
this rocket
93
is
said,
absolutely
"Okay,
so
Ryan's got
fast.
his caffeine. I
Even
made
when
me
you're
a
standing
second cup of
underneath it,
coffee."
It's
Big
not
deal.
until you're standing underneath it that you kind of realize how big this thing is. Again, even just this part is 45,
They've
almost
all
50
signaled
meters
yet.
tall, about 50 meters tall, 150 feet tall.
Yeah, the next
9
rocket
meters
is actually
wide,
going to
so
be
30
taller.
feet wide.
folks.
This is the largest object to ever be placed into space.
Yep. And the
Single
next one will
rocket.
break that record again because it's going to be another
Absolutely crazy.
6 meters, I think, taller.
There we go. It's probably trying to null out its roll, it looks like. If it flies heat shield towards the Earth, hopefully that allows them to use Starlink. Right now, the Starlink dishes are facing the wrong way. Wow. Are you guys not entertained? This is unbelievable. This is history.
This
I
is,
can't
this
believe
is
this.
history. This is the largest object
Webb
to ever be
93
launched into
Shocked that it
space.
has
said,
worked so well.
"Damn, that's insane to think about."
Man. Yeah, that door is likely stuck partially open, it looks like. I'm curious. That shouldn't affect it during re-entry because it obviously has other structural considerations. But, yeah. Oh, my gosh. This is... This is absolutely wild, guys. Oh, rate this. Everyone, I want to see... I'm going to do a poll here.
After the
I'm
stream,
gonna
I'll
have
go
a
back
rate
through
this
and
launch.
I will edit out
Let's
just
see here.
sections
How
of
do I
the
do a poll?
launch and put them
Insert
up as a
poll.
separate video.
Start a poll.
And I'll probably use it
Are
for my
you
next
not
stream starting soon
entertained?
for space.
Yes and no.
Because I got a feeling we're going to be doing this a bunch this year,
Oh,
if all goes well.
This is... I'm sorry, but that is...
Maneuvering jets keep firing. I guess just to keep it spinning.
Start poll. Pop into chat and give us your poll. Are you not entertained?
Are you not entertained?
Actually, it should be excitement guaranteed. Was this exciting? In my opinion, this was very exciting.
Yes.
I can't believe how clean liftoff looked. It just looked so already ordinary. Like it was just normal. They just flew the world's largest rocket ever Like it was
I'm
absolutely
not even going to
nothing.
participate
It
in
was
his
just
chat
another
because
day-
his chat's
another day
rolling
in
so
the office.
fast, even he can't keep up.
All right. Yes is currently winning out at 58%.
Let's see, how many people does he have watching?
As we get views back from Starship on its barely suborbital. Look at
182,713.
1,000 kilometers an hour shy of orbit.
Over 40K
intentionally.
likes.
So I'm excited to see what the Raptor relight does. I assume it's going to be a retro
do I have?
burn. So
I
I assume
have-
it's going to slow down
refresh.
to simulate a deorbit burn.
I have
But
4
we
people
have to
watching.
wait about
And
6
for an
more
early
minutes, 5
morning
more minutes
stream,
to see.
thank you folks for being in.
5 more minutes from right now.
Pia still has me up.
I
Kim,
just
Nix,
can't
and
even
Manette,
believe this.
thank you.
Yeah, of all things
I have
to
a
go on
stream
with
full of
today, it
mods.
was the payload bay door. Yeah, frankly, it's probably the thing they've spent the less time
Kim
in,
Web
at least time
93
engineering, because they're probably
said,
like, whatever.
But you know that's obviously
Well, that's
why
like
they do tests like this so
easy
they can
beans
figure
compared
out
to
what
the rest of
quirks
this
they
video.
gotta iron out what changes they
Look at the
need to
ice
make.
buildup up there by the-
Nix
by the-
_Scotland
at the aft end of the ship.
said,
To the
I love
left,
your
you're
early
finding
morning
this big
streams.
chunk of ice
Oh,
there.
thank you, Nix. Because during the week,
So
I
that'll
have
break
to
off
get
at
up
some
early
point.
to get
Probably right now,
adulting
they're
done.
descent. Yep,
Because
easy chunks of flying.
unfortunately,
I'm glad I
the
pointed
rest
that
of the
out.
world doesn't work on my
You
schedule.
can see those ice buildups.
That's why I stream
wonder how
most
that
of the gaming stuff on the weekends,
When that is
you know,
now your
early
reaction control
evenings.
system,
And then during the week, it's
that
during the
ice
day.
buildup could slightly change. That might be something. They might have to put heaters on those.
Yep,
They might put little heaters to, because now their vents that normally don't care. Those are pretty arbitrary, you know. Now those vents are in charge of precise maneuvers. They're having ice buildup.
Kim Web
That might have some
93
kind of tunnel to still vent.
said,
But what if that tunnel
well duh,
hits
where
something
the hell else am I going to be
off
this
angle?
time of the morning?
Total speculation here. I'm sure the teams
Well,
are
when I'm
already
on my
spewing data.
nighttime schedule
But
on
I'm
the
just thinking,
weekends,
what if it blocks it even and has it
by
totally
about
coming out the wrong direction?
4 or 5, I'm knocked out and I don't get up till about noon.
This is
It depends on how much sleep I get.
yeah, this is crazy. So we are coming up on. We're about
And roughly
3
2
minutes away
hours,
now
I'm
from
gonna have to
seeing
go
that
get
Raptor
go get
relight.
groceries.
We
I
might
guess I'm
see
not
it
doing
right now,
laundry
but hopefully
today,
we get
which is
confirmation.
fine. I have more than enough laundry done up right now.
Pezador checkouts
And for,
was that?
for those of you that
was
don't
that
know,
a
I have
tweet from
over a
SpaceX?
month's worth of laundry. I can go a full month without doing laundry. If I have to.
Interesting.
I've got
So-
enough underwear, t-shirts, socks.
The Pezador checkout is complete. So
And I
that
can always
little
watch
bit
a
of
couple
movement,
wash
maybe
a
it's
couple
just
pair
the
of underwear in the
perspective of
sink and
where
then
we
hang them
were.
up to dry.
It just did not look
Damn
like
it.
much.
I've been
I'm
looking
being
for
honest.
these and they were on top of my
I actually
computer.
will pull this up, the tweet.
They're the proper thumb
let me
screws
get
for
this
this
here.
glass. Let me take these other ones out.
Spencer, if you want to show my... Oh, you already are, I think. Or is that... Yeah, this is... Yep, this is the replay.
And this
of
computer
the tweet
case is
saying
so old,
checkout
I can't
for
order them
payload checkout
anymore.
Complete. I
They
really
don't make
see
this. They
anything
don't make
there,
parts
but,
for it.
Hey, if they
The
said
glass
it's
is
complete,
custom
they
cut.
know better than we do. Another milestone. So maybe they are going to hit all 3 milestones.
And
before
coming
we
up
entry.
soon, once I get my laser dialed in, I'm going to attempt to
I
engrave
think
my
we got
logo
audio
on
coming
this
back.
glass.
Let's listen.
Not sure how I'm going to do it yet.
Starlink,
we're
including
gonna
the
try.
test door open close test. So that was one of our test objectives today that we met. So that's awesome. It has been.
And so
such
I'll
a
I'll
great
take
day.
my sticker off. I'll leave JD's on there for now. I might have to come up with a design for that for the laser, and then etch his in there too. Although I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to put my logo big in the middle, and all around the edges, I'll put in everybody else's logos, the community thing. Because this is a computer that started my streaming career,
Booster completed the boost back
and
didn't
also
quite
help me help
accomplish
other
the
people
landing
get
burn,
started,
and then had a hard splashdown
and
in
other
the
people
Gulf.
I like to
Meanwhile,
support.
ship completely successful.
And in
after
fact, while we're
the
sitting
hot
here,
staging, we had a good
there are only
6
4
engine
people in
burn
here.
of the Raptor
Let's see who's paying
vacuum
attention.
engines and
Kim Web
the
93
engines, and
said,
then commanded a number of
well, I honestly completely forgot that you said you were going to be streaming this morning, but I remembered when I seen your notification.
Transfer demonstration. We do still need to do some data review on those, so as we get that data back, we'll be sure to update you on social for how those tests went. We are coming up on our next major milestones, which is an in-space relight of our Raptor engine for the
Since
first
we're doing a
time,
space
followed
stream,
by re-entry
let's
and
go to my
then landing
dashboard.
in the Indian Ocean. Incredible.
Products.
Yeah, that's right, guys.
I took the space stuff down. I don't think I deleted it. Let me find it.
Away.
Nope.
If we do
it's just
this
relight demo. Do want to stress this is not a deorbit burn. In fact, it's actually going to
in honor
opposite of a deorbit burn. We're going to be raising our perigee with this burn for the lowest point of our orbit. This is just to demonstrate that we can relight a Raptor engine on ship while it's gone through.
In honor of this launch, let's see. Let's go to the website here.
All of the different complexities that come with lighting this engine again.
We're going to gift out a T-shirt, so everybody get ready.
Now coasting through space. This is going to really
I got to put it in my shit now.
Hold on. Want to do in-space maneuvers.
Wish that there's probably an easier way to do this. I just haven't done it yet.
Burns, any of our
KimWeb93
translunar injections that'll have
yay.
It's just easier for me to go in just like anybody else and just buy it.
Not do it. There is all of the guidance is loaded into Starships.
It still comes out of my bank account, but I still get the profits off of it, so I end up getting money back too. So it's weird.
So we are waiting to find out.
Let's find the right credit card.
If it doesn't, as we said in the beginning, we're on a pretty steep trajectory that we are coming home no matter what, regardless of doing a burn. This was done just so we can really...
Oh, looky here. They've added in Amazon Pay, Google Pay, Cash App Pay, Klarna, and PayPal.
Pretty concise footprint in the
and also there is a message section now. So if any of y'all buy a cup,
it does sound like we are skipping past.
You need to put in the message what you want on it.
Again, we'll confirm all of this.
What design and then what name you want on it. There we go.
New giveaway. Enter to win. Ashbit gifted a Starship Unisex Soft Style T-shirt by Gildan to the chat.
Yeah, that's
Type.
Right.
Enter in the next 90 seconds for a chance to win.
I mean, there are only a couple people in here, but
Ashes-fourthwall.com/products/starship-unisex-soft-style-t-shirt-by-gildan.
Around orbital velocity, about 8 kilometers per second, or roughly 5 miles per second. Super fast. Now, at those speeds, the spacecraft's interaction with the atmosphere results in
and the cups are on sale. The 30 ounces are 35, and the 20 ounce insulated cups are 30. Just like fourth walls, but they're much better than fourth walls. You can ask Nix. Nix has one.
Satellite system, also known as TDRS. But if the plasma doesn't
Manette,
entirely block it, that connection will
yours
be
should come in
at
today.
a very slow data rate and definitely too slow for any video.
Nix_Scotland said,
Melissa
it's so
has
awesome.
one. And honestly, they're better cups than the fourth wall cups. I'll be honest, they're better.
Think of a wake kind of like when you see a boat going through the ocean.
When you order it, it could be up to a week before you get it. A lot of it depends on how quick, because I'm not going to order a case of cups, because I don't know what color and size everybody wants. So I'm going to have to order it once I get the order, although usually I can get it within 2 days.
Fourth Wall HQ said,
and then
giveaway winner announcement.
A day or two.
At Minute 1981 won Ashbit's gift of a Starship Unisex Soft Style T-shirt by Gildan.
No.
https://ashes-merch-shop.fourthwall.com/redeem.
That's the soft style. I know you hate those shirts. Make sure you get a bigger one then. Yeah, because the soft style shirts actually come very small.
How do you guys think?
And honestly, they're not as durable. I've changed out all my shirts. All my shirts are now the heavy duty Gildan.
Minute
They're just better
1981
shirts.
said, yeah, I just saw that after I entered. KimWeb93 said, at Minute 1981 congratulations.
Re-entry is going to be a really.
And Manette was one of the first ones to also get the zip-up hoodies.
Minute 1981
She said they're really nice.
Said, thanks.
You're welcome.
So if something were to go wrong,
hey, my community has helped me out for the last 2 years to make ends meet. What I was making off my VA was not enough to live off of. If it hadn't have been for you, I wouldn't have groceries and cigarettes.
More reliable, more successful.
And I appreciate each and every one of you that subscribes.
and
This
donate.
is insane. You get a sense of speed.
Y'all really helped me out.
Make it all the way through
And now that I have my Social Security coming, starting next month, I actually get a check.
at hypersonic speed,
So I'll be
meaning
making more than enough for me to live comfortably.
the
So now I don't have to worry about making
Holy
money.
cow.
That we're watching these live views.
Oh, look at that.
HD
Oh,
views, by
that's
the way, thanks to
beautiful.
Starlink.
Look at
You
that
can
shot.
See that the flaps there on the ship might be actuating.
Look at that.
Certainly some incredible visions of planet Earth
Awesome.
behind Starship.
But I still appreciate everybody it gives. Honestly, I still would like to make some money.
KimWeb93
But it's not as important now.
said, I'll BRB Ashima go watch my severe weather update.
All right, yeah, check it out. Look at that. Oh, that's beautiful. Look at that view, folks.
Aspects like heating and control while traveling way faster.
Look at that
than we did
view.
before is going to be critical to eventually bringing starships back from space.
And yes, like Stream Elements just says, while I'm live on Twitch, you can give anything away to Twitch chat. They don't have YouTube yet. They better be working on
The
it.
heat of re-entry, which, like we said before, we're expecting that.
Wait a minute. Why is he's behind? Hold on. Let me refresh. They're re-entering.
We did before is going to be critical to
All right, Tim is behind. So we're going to mute Tim. We're going to move Tim over here. We're going to bring What About It back. Let's refresh it. His is a little bit further ahead. Let's turn on. You can see the plasma.
This is the biggest flying object ever in space.
Absolutely, Kate.
This is
And
incredible.
it's important to note, with the ascent burn that we did was to get us to orbital velocities, even though we were on a nearly orbital trajectory.
Look at that.
So the heating and the loads that Starship is going through right now.
It's still transmitting, even with all the plasma around the ship right now.
Orbital mission, and just the fact that we have views through entry, this is incredible.
Yeah. Again, this is the furthest and fastest that
Oh no, they're fixing to lose it now. But the fact that they've gone this long transmitting during re-entry, this has never been done before. Never been done. This is fucking awesome.
Right now, my friends.
Up to 2600
Yes.
degrees Fahrenheit that those heat tiles are dissipating as we are re-entering.
That is so
Yeah, now this was one of the critical, or rather the key mission objectives that we were hoping to hit today.
And I don't see any tiles burning off.
It is re-entering the atmosphere.
So this is the first time that we're getting to collect this re-entry data and understand how these 18,000
This is the first time they're getting re-entry data. They didn't know what to expect. That's part of this is to test this and gather data.
Once
For the
again,
next flights.
the atmosphere is
This
doing
is
us a big
fucking awesome.
favor here by the atmosphere is actually doing us a huge favor here by acting
I'm
as
sorry,
braking
folks.
system
I'm a
for
nerd.
Starship,
I love this
as
shit.
it re-enters the atmosphere.
Honestly, I just love it.
The flaps are so
Whoops,
important. We're
wrong one
using
again.
the
Let me pull
body
up. Let
of
me move that
Starship
camera
and the
around.
drag from the atmosphere to slow us down from orbital speed. But you want the vehicle to remain stable. You want those heat shield tiles pointed down. So
Now
they
we
can
lose
absorb
signal.
the heat
Oh, that's
of the Earth's
okay.
atmosphere.
That's okay.
And so that's
Does the
the
feed come
purpose
back?
that they are
Get the
serving
feedback.
during the hypersonic phase and then again during subsonic phase.
So like we said, these views are being provided by
I'm just like
couple
Felix.
Starlink
Oh,
terminals
come
that
on,
are
get it up,
positioned,
get it up.
On Starship
Take a blue
itself.
pill, get
As
it up.
that plasma builds, we're hoping that we can bring these views back to you. But you can see the telemetry there on the right-hand side of your screen.
I'm sorry, none of these
if you watch
syncs, none of
closely,
these
you can see the speed
streams are
decelerating.
synced
Again,
up.
that's the friction of the atmosphere.
Oh,
resulting
I'm
in a
excited. I need to
plasma
pee again,
field
but I don't
to
want to
the
get up.
blanket, that is potentially blocking the Starlink terminals right now. So we'll bring those views back to you if we get them. But right now, for those of you that have recently joined, Starship is
The
currently
plasma that comes around that
re-entering
thing will
Earth's
block the
atmosphere.
signal.
This is super exciting because it's the furthest and fastest
I need to
that
pee.
Starship has ever flown.
It's just absolutely incredible. Major test milestone.
And it's
Something we wanted to
a
accomplish on
second
flight
stage
2. Getting to
re-entering,
it
which is
today.
an
So
absolute
just
not
awesome.
It's like
Kim Webb
we actually have some
93
heat shields here. So
said,
these are
"Damn,
what's
it
doing
could be
all
a
the
very
work on
interesting
Starship
day. Northern
right
Arkansas
now.
could be in for a bad day as well."
There are 18,000 hexagonal heat shields like these. So this one that I have is flat, like this is what would be positioned on the flaps of Starship, whereas Shiva has something a little different.
Yeah, the one I have would be on the curved surfaces of Starship. I'll just put it in frame here. So we've got these attached at various points around the vehicle. Like you said, Kate, 18,000 of these tiles around, and they're doing the work to make sure that the structure of the vehicle doesn't carry all that thermal load, so we can recover the vehicles eventually and get to rapid reuse on them.
They're really lightweight. They sound a little different than I would have expected them to, but they are ceramic. And these are what's helping Starship survive through this period of entry. We're not sure how far we're going to make it. Again, this is the furthest that we've gotten in our test flight, but the further we fly, the more data that we can get, and that's ultimately the measure of success here. Which
Kim,
I mean, I think today
of all
has
things,
been
stay
a huge
safe, of
success,
course.
given where we've gone and how much further we've gotten with both the booster and Starship itself.
And one of the beautiful things about Starlink on board the vehicle, we were getting that high-speed video. High-speed video is a very high data rate, and usually video comes after you get your telemetry. So
Jefferson
hopefully we were able to
City.
get some wonderful
all kinds of warnings out.
Period, which is normally something we have to wait for until
looks like it's moving into
Kim Webb
Illinois
93
and Indiana.
Now, you mentioned before the flaps.
They're talking at 2 or stronger for Northern Arkansas.
Yeah, now I'm seeing some stuff in Northern Arkansas. It's a little bit smaller, but here in the south, it doesn't take much to spawn a tornado.
Minette 1981
As most of us Southerners know.
We are an hour away from Jeff
Or
City.
positioning during atmospheric flight.
How's the
and
weather
the
there with
precise
human
landing at the intended location? So today we are intending to splash down in the Indian Ocean, and we're hoping that we can make it that far, but regardless, it is an exciting end to what has been an exciting day.
Hopefully we can get the cameras back, or the camera views back, as long as the antennas haven't burned off the
where
ship.
we have tested out the aerodynamic flaps at subsonic speeds. That's below the speed of sound. At hypersonic speeds,
Minette
supersonic
1981
speeds first, so faster than the speed of
said,
sound, and then hypersonic speeds.
"We had bad storms roll through at 5 SM and supposed to be more soon. I can't wait."
How the vehicle
Kim Webb 93
So going through
said,
that control
"I actually got a text a buddy of mine.
So they lost telemetry.
Grandpa Daddy 70
and 25,000.
said,
Grandpa, welcome in.
It should be on the ground. So,
Welcome in, Grandpa.
I do not expect them to get any feedback from the Starship itself, but we'll keep watching.
Hold on.
Of course.
Let me get over. Let me get back over
re-entry
here.
and its descent
I've got
phase
so many
should be
windows
done.
open, and I only have 4 screens.
Switch back.
To
let's go to my channel.
Braking system.
Go live so I can see the chat again.
And
I've
right
got
now
it
we're
open
still
in a
waiting
window
to see
somewhere,
if
but it's
we're
underneath.
data back from this ship. We might be in a bit of a
There we
blackout
go.
period right now.
Grandpa
So
Daddy,
still waiting
welcome
to hear
in.
the status on it, but yeah, it was. We got to
A lot of
the
good
actual
news today.
entry
We've been
portion
watching
of
the
today.
the
We
third
started
integrated
into
test
PT,
of
which was just
Starship.
a really big
It
milestone.
took off. It restored
Starship
it.
is
They've
pretty
done all
unique
their
in the way that
tests.
it
Right now it's in
re-enters,
re-entry.
especially for
We lost
something
signal,
reusable. The closest parallel has been
which is
the
normal,
space shuttle.
and we're waiting for it to regain,
When we're
hopefully, signal
comparing
before it touches
Starship
down
to,
in the ocean.
Like when we bring a Falcon 9 booster back, we're talking about 20
Yeah,
times
that's
the
why I've got
energy
so much
Daddy
going on
70
my
that we're
stream,
moving
on
out.
my
said,
screen
All
right
of that
now.
energy
I
just
was
gets
like,
converted into
WTH is
and
going
then we
on
can
in
use
here,
those tiles
LOL.
to just
Yeah.
help dissipate
I'm
that
a big
heat. They're not
space nerd.
ablative
Yeah.
like
And
you would see on
I'm a
something
big
like
proponent for
Dragon, which
SpaceX.
uses
I really
the
love what
layer
Elon's
in the
doing.
capsule shape.
I don't agree
So
with
there are
everything
these
Elon
tiles that are
says
made
and
to be
does,
reusable.
but
So any data we're
politically,
getting on the actual temperatures
some of
that
it,
was seen during
not all of
heating,
it, but I
all
love
of
his
that
work
is
with
just
space.
really hugely valuable. Where Starship is really
So-
unique is, and Kate
And
should have talked about it
this
a couple
is
of
going to
times, is
happen
once we're
up to
through
maybe 9
this
times
kind of
this year.
hypersonic section, and we get down to the subsonic.
They're planning
And
on 9
that's
different
where
launches.
we really learned a lot and proved that Starship.
Yeah, it is.
Really just
And to
its
top it
basic
off,
shape
Grandpa,
could work.
Grandpa Daddy
I
70
did that
I
during
got my
the
Social
campaign.
Security.
This is
Again,
cool
if
as
you compare
dollar
it to the shuttle, which
hashtag
entered,
plus
it had
brother.
the wings, it had a similar heat
I
shield
got
system,
my
but it
Social
had
Security
wings,
disability.
and that
They
was
approved
almost
it.
flown like a glider.
So
once
yeah,
it
it's been a
re-entered
really
and
good
was
week.
down to those subsonic
Other than the
speeds.
fact I'm just now getting
With
back on
Starship,
my
we're not
meds for
doing
my
that.
back,
We're
and
just coming
it's really had me
straight down
fucked up this week.
We'll hit terminal velocity, which with
But we're
Starship
having
is
fun.
around 200 miles
This is just
an
a
hour.
morning stream. I was
And then
supposed to be
we
doing
use
laundry,
a
but
flip
fuck it, we're
maneuver
gonna watch
to
this
ignite those engines, do a landing burn,
until
and
everything
then
comes
touch down on
down,
the
and then I'll
ground.
end the stream, and
So
then I
you
got to
don't
go
need a
get
runway.
groceries.
We're doing that
I
again,
guess I'll put on some
designed
real
because
pants.
when we go to the moon, when we go to Mars, there's not going to be a runway there for us, and so that.
And then I need to be
propulsive
back for
landing,
this afternoon.
Grandpa
because
Daddy 70.
I have gun parts coming
Said,
in that I have to sign for.
Good for you,
What we
bro.
were just
Oh,
watching
I'm happy.
on
That's
actual
awesome.
Starship video, which
It
is
is
pretty
insane
incredible.
that we were able to watch
but
this.
we go through peak heating. One of the benefits of today's
And
trajectory,
unfortunately, I
actually,
can't
we
gift
got
out
closer
anything
to
over
what the
here
heating
on
profile will
YouTube
be
yet
just
because I'm not
normal mission,
I'm not
when you
monetized.
compare it to our
But over on the
previous
Twitch
flights,
side, we
which
just
were
gave
headed
away
out to Hawaii.
a SpaceX T-shirt.
So I just got the question
Grandpa Daddy 70.
in the chat. If it
Said,
Starship splashes down.
gonna have to drag ya back into DMZ one day to play with me.
That's not a problem. I haven't.
Let
Let me mute this. There's too much going on in my head. I still play DMZ on occasion. During my subathon, we played a little bit. I still like DMZ. I'm not happy with what they did. It's just not my primary game anymore. But it's still loaded up. I haven't updated it in, well, almost a month now. But I still plan to play a little of it. My mods hate it. Because I played it for over a year. And they were calling for an intervention. They like World of Warships. And they're really liking Skull and Bones. I'm having fun with that. It's kind of a cross between Fallout and World of Warships. It's fun. It's fun. I'm not doing very well, but it's fun. And I'm having a good time. And like I said, now that I have my Social Security, I'm not stressed about making money. I still want to get monetized over here on YouTube. I'm already monetized over here on Twitch. But I'm not worried about making money anymore. I just want to do it for fun, have a good time, play with the community. I'd love to be able to play with you and the guys again. I jumped into Ari's stream yesterday morning. And then Skelly's for a little while. While I was doing work around the house at the time, but I had both streams up. It was a little confusing. But yeah, I miss you guys. And I'm going to have to load up and just try to sneak into one of Shubs' games anyway one day. Go in there and pickle him again. And I'm sure he'll shoot me in the head. But yeah, I enjoy it. I'm not going to play it.
KimWeb 93.
Now next year I might play a little Grand Theft Auto 6 when it
1981
comes out.
Stay
We'll see
safe
how it
love.
goes.
Grandpa Daddy 70. Said, we should talk about the dual streaming. I wanna try it.
It's a
Just
little
not sure how to go about the whole thing.
Yeah, it's a little finicky. There's a plug-in for OBS. It's made by a Chinese guy, where you have you set up your primary, and then you can set up secondaries.
Grandpa Daddy 70 said, I play Sunday, Tuesday, Thursday 3 to 7 EST.
Yeah, because I usually see you on right before I go live. My normal streaming days are
Minute 1981
Friday through Monday from either 4 or 6 is when I start, and then I usually end at 10. That's with my gaming group. And then after 10 o'clock, sometimes we'll play Rocket League. Lately, I've been going over and playing Skull and Bones because I am addicted. I love it. Although I've been a little too medicated this week to play it properly. But been having fun. I love streaming. I'm not going to give it up. I was triple streaming. I was also streaming the Kick. The Kick is so finicky. It's hard to get going sometimes. They're still not ready for prime time. That, and I'm monetized over there, but nobody watches over there. It looks a whole lot better over here on YouTube and on Twitch. Better on YouTube than Twitch, but it still looks pretty good.
Different thing. It was specially
KimWeb 93
I love it, and I love
said,
learning all this
at
stuff.
minute 1981
And I'd be more than
my
happy
damnedest.
to help anybody
It doesn't have these big wings.
get streaming.
It's basically a slightly modified upper rocket stage, and that's what.
But yeah, we'll have to hook up in Discord one day, and I can give you the link. In fact, well,
and that we
see here.
got a live view of an upper stage re-entering the atmosphere at
OBS
26,000 kilometers per hour
multi-stream.
was absolutely ridiculous. I'm sure I'm not the only one. I couldn't believe my eyes when I saw it. So this is incredible. There's the
I signed it. Multi-stream.
Definitely on the ground. So the only
Plug
thing that
in.
SpaceX could tell us now is that it crashed into the ground. It's kind
There
of
we go.
at this point that it didn't make it, at least with
KimWeb93
Oh, let me get back to my
said,
channel. I'll put it in chat
I'll
here.
be good as long as I can stay awake.
Let's put them live again here for a second.
There's the link right there. You can go ahead and download it, play with it if you want.
Grandpa Daddy 70 said, I'm not in streaming for the dollar.
Right.
I do it so regular people get a chance to play live on a stream.
Right, exactly.
It's worked out really well so far.
Yeah, no matter
Adam
what game I'm
Senior 12
playing, I'm more than happy to play with anybody. As long as they're an adult. You have to be 18 or older. That's my only rule.
obs/forum/resources/multiple-RT-MP-outputs-plugin.964.
Shut up, Stream Elements. But as an adult and as a father, I wouldn't want my 12 or 13-year-old playing with some 57-year-old guy online. It just sounds creepy. My streams are adult. I use adult language. We discuss adult things. That's my only rule, is 18 plus. Other than that, I'll play with just about anybody. As long as you don't aggravate me and piss me off. I've had a couple people I've had to stop gaming with. Only two.
So again, we did lose.
And I'm still friends with one of them. I just don't game with him. Our gaming styles are just too different. Although now, with what's going on in DMZ now, it's all PvP pretty much now.
And then we were also getting data back through Starlink.
I wish they'd update the missions and let people go back to doing missions, but they're supposed to be bringing missions into the Modern Warfare 3 with the zombie thing. But they're also supposed to be making it PvP. I don't know if they've done it yet or not. I know they were talking about it.
It would be so tough to stay focused with what an exciting.
And I don't mind a little bit of PvP, but I don't know. I'm a mission guy. I like to go in and progress through the missions, earn stuff, get weapons and weapons parts. That's the exciting thing for me. And I don't mind a little bit of PvP, but for me it went downhill when the 6-man teams were coming in and just wiping out solos. It's like, dude, I'm a solo. You really want to fuck with me? And as a 6-man team, they were full, so they couldn't get me up.
If we did lose the vehicle and we are not able to, make it all the way to our.
It was just frustrating.
Note that we weren't intending.
Now, as far as losing gear, I'm over the gear fear. I've got enough good weapons with 15-minute cooldowns. I'm not too worried about that.
They were both going to.
And I got pretty good at regaining.
Terminal velocity and break up upon contact with the surface of the ocean. So we're standing by to hear whether or not we are going to be able to get telemetry readings back, but we are possibly anticipating news that we lost Starship due to basically a double blackout from TDRS and Starship data.
I'm so tired at this point because of all the
emotion. This is the first time that we have come back.
Yeah, I'm like Felix. All the adrenaline, I just friggin'
done so far
it's
with
rough.
Starship. So we are trying to prove out that the heat shield works as intended, that the controllability at those hypersonic speeds works as intended.
We lost signal, and apparently they also lost data signal, so they couldn't communicate with the ship. The ship is automated, though. It should have been able to do its thing. They intended to crash it in the ocean anyway. We probably won't get views until the barge gets out there. There's supposed to be a ship out there to check on it.
Phenomenal day. Liftoff on time. Full ignition.
Yeah, I've got a lot of missions left too.
Successful.
And I don't even know what my rank is.
Grandpa Daddy 70 said, I'm only rank 650. Still a lot of missions left.
I think I'm at 4 something or 5
Kind
something.
of my focus when streaming.
during
Finding PPL who needs same missions and we run those.
Now the
Minute 1981.
Just before it was
Said,
to
that fucking Nelly Olson really was a bitch.
all the way. That's 99%.
God damn it, Minette. I'm probably going to be playing a little off-schedule World of Warships this afternoon. A buddy of mine just started playing. We're trying to grind him up some good boats. So we'll probably play a little tonight. Not sure if I'm going to stream it or not. I might. But we play operations and we can have up to 7 people on a team. Or is it 5 people? It's a seven-person team, but I think you can only have 5 in one group. But anyway, that's why we play that mode, so more people can jump in. And I have a good time with that too. That, and I love going down to lower tiers and running my lower tier boats. I have a lot of fun with that. But World of Warships, people have been starting to get a little dicky over there too. People kill stealing and stuff like that. They're trying to pad their stats, but they don't realize in operations it doesn't affect your stats. You still earn the experience and the coin and stuff like that in game, but you don't.
Kate and hey Shiva, we were just
it doesn't do anything for your global stats.
We are making the call now that we have lost ship 28. So, as we were possibly expecting, we lost the data a couple of minutes ago.
Well, did it break up before touchdown, or did it actually touch down in the ocean and ship break up?
Has been lost. So no splashdown today.
Okay. All right. Again, so we lost it before splashdown.
It's incredible to see how much further we got this time around. We had a couple of those ambitious objectives that you guys were just walking through that were able
That's
to
all
take
right.
advantage
But
of
all the data
while
we're going to collect from that, because they're going to go and they're going to get the hard drives, the black box
over
off
our
that
planet for the very
thing.
first time. So that was
Even if
just
they have
really
to dive to
incredible.
get it.
Obviously, there's a lot to go through. Everyone always wants
But there's
to know
so
right
much
off the bat
data
what happened.
to go through
Takes
now,
us a little bit
and
of time.
they have topped so many milestones today. The largest object to ever orbit the planet.
Everybody's going to be excited for the next one. I mean,
And they did all kinds of tests, opening and closing the bay door, fuel transfers, did all kinds of maneuvering in space, at supersonic speeds. The first time an object that large has ever done any of this kind of stuff.
Get this vehicle ready to go.
And these are still all prototypes first, folks. They're not, it's not a working ship. If you go back and look at NASA, look how many rockets they blew up before they finally got a man in space and on the moon, and still had troubles.
We also a big thanks to all of our future customers for your support, and we want to give a big thanks to the people of Cameron County, Texas, for their support, as well as the Coast Guard and the Federal Aviation Administration.
Be sure to follow the SpaceX account on X for more updates from today's test flight and future Starship tests.
They are saying
before we
goodbye.
go, we want to wish SpaceX a very happy birthday. The company was founded on
Pie
this
Day. They have
2002,
SpaceX Pie.
and it basically consisted
Crap,
of
where
a
am I?
small team,
Let me get back to OBS.
a carpet and a
There.
mariachi band. I don't know about you.
None of these streams are synced up right, folks.
Also, it's Pie
So,
Day.
well, damn, they just did it. Oh, here we go. Okay, they're going to do it here now. They have a SpaceX Pie.
But I mean, Pi Day's constant and never ending, so shouldn't every day be Pi Day from now on?
I mean, that's a really good point, and I think after a test like today's, we all deserve some pie.
Thanks for watching, and we'll see
He's
you
going to
next
eat
time.
pie on stream. There we go. Ah, look at him.
All right, that's it. Let's call the audio on SpaceX and do some.
All right, we can get rid of. Let's see.
Happened everywhere.
Let's
So
refresh
this is a live
Tim
feed
Dodd.
of, our Arrakis camera, which seems to be the only camera out of all those.
All right, see, he's a little behind.
Next to the pad, that's
Of course,
live,
he's
so-
doing like what I'm doing. He's taking SpaceX's stream and then redoing it. So a lot of things are out of sync.
There, but that's normal when the largest rocket ever.
But that's pretty much it.
Takes flight right next to you. Is this the this is the replay? This is the replay view of that.
As far as we know, the
against
booster
rocket
did
launch. So let's take a
touch
look at
down
that.
or crash into the water.
He's jumping
The ship
ahead to
itself
you.
sounds like it self-destructed before it hit the water. So it had some kind of re-entry problem. We'll find out more later. They're going to have to go through all the data and figure it all out. All right, let's. Whoops, didn't even pause him.
Able to actually talk about it tomorrow on our episode. So I'll be working like crazy the whole day. And I don't
We're going
even
to swap
know how
these
to-
out. We're going to go to Tim Dodd. No, nothing against Felix. I liked Felix.
Bring in Tim
and
Dodd.
powerful. That's what we need to keep in mind, that if this wasn't aiming to be well beyond just a simple expendable rocket.
I love him because he gets so excited about it.
Use all this hardware again. That's the hard part.
I have one of his shirts somewhere. I have the fucking engine design shirt.
Wow.
And I don't have space stuff on my store anymore, folks. I pulled it all down, other than the T-shirt I gave away earlier, just because nobody was buying it. I don't have that many space nerds yet that follow my channel. Most of my people follow me for gaming.
Putting more hardware into space, more mass into space than ever before.
What's going on with this one? All right, that was SpaceX. They're off now.
So, don't forget, we have, for today's RUDs, we just saw a RUD. If you don't know what a RUD is, it's an acronym that we use for Rapid Unscheduled Disassembly. But for today, we have our RUDs section on our web store. EverydayAstronaut.com. Don't forget, we have 50% off of some classic shirts. So if you want to support the channel, pick up some classics like our F1 shirt.
And if you do pick up anything in the store, you can use code ASHBOT10 for 10% off.
Some stuff is
and that also includes shipping. It also knocks 10% off the shipping. It takes 10% off the total.
They aren't print on demand. They are actually printed and produced in-house. So get some stuff for yourself. Help support the channel. And
he's got a lot of nice merch. You can go over and look at his stuff. He's got a lot more. All his stuff is space stuff.
Half off. 50% off rapid unscheduled discounts for us.
Rapid unscheduled discounts, like that.
Our new orbital shirt. This shirt does actually show, you can't see it here now, but it shows all of the different orbital velocities of different orbits. So like low Earth orbit, medium Earth orbit, geostationary transfer orbit, all the different injections even. It's really cool. So I'll use this shirt now as like a cheat sheet. Looking at also, it's puffy. The orbital part is actually puff lettering, which makes me feel like, I don't know, when I was a kid I had shirts like that. So I'm still a child, and therefore
I am too. I am an adult child now.
Metal model rockets on sale too, so pick one up while we sell them in stock. We're actually.
I'd love to have one of those rockets, but $285. Ooh.
Near the end of them, so get them while you can before the next model comes out. So and grab yourself. Just shop around. We got really cool stuff.
That's a Falcon or a Falcon Heavy, but I want a Starship one. I think he has those too. I'm not sure.
Be sure and check it out. Heat shields. The heat shield actually glowed. The heat shield actually was glowing, and did it or did it not look almost exactly like this?
Yes, it does.
This was crazy. When it started glowing,
those cups are neat. I wish Fourth Wall had those.
It did exactly this. It was this same exact color.
As the ceramic heats up, it turns red.
You're a genius. This is the exact color of Rhiannon.
I love that.
She did a Pantone even on like.
And I don't know if he copyrighted that or not, but I already have a honeycomb pattern. I was going to do one similar to that.
So get yourself something fun to remember today.
But I might do that. I'll put my logo on it and a Starship on it. I don't know. I like designing stuff like that. It doesn't sell. I don't. Nobody buys a whole lot of stuff, but that's fine.
I hope you enjoyed the clean feed. I hope that held up okay. Patreon.
I can still design stuff and give it away.
Subscribers, thank you all so much for your support. There is a team of people that made this possible. People that did not sleep last night at all. People that have been working months and months. Dr. Keating.
Yep, for all these streams, there were people up all night. When I got up, they were already streaming.
Today we had Andrew Taylor and Colin working.
And I've been streaming now for a little over 3 hours.
We had Gwyn Partners helping us with mission control. We had so many people operating cameras.
So I think we're gonna call it. Let me pull up Twitch.
We got lots of tacos to buy, so I really do appreciate it.
Which monitor is Twitch on? Gosh, all my stuff's messed up from normal because I have all these other streams coming in.
We have a lot of upgrades.
That's not Twitch. That's YouTube.
Gets better and better and better. So
there it is.
Thank you all so much for sticking around with me. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. And
let's go to my.
Let's
go to my channel. No, I'm pretty sure no one that I normally follow is going to be online right now.
But
I wish I could raid out on YouTube, but I can't do that yet.
I said that in the stream. I was like, even if we can't see it here, I just hope that we get to see reentry.
Until I get to at least 500, and they're probably going to make me wait until 1,000 because I already have a warning strike on my channel for music that I was approved to use, and they wouldn't listen to me. And for non-monetized people, there's literally nobody to talk to. You just talk to the AI.
With Tim Dodd, the Everyday Astronaut.
All right. We're going to go to aerospace news. A fellow cogger
maybe those
He plays World of Warships, but of course he's doing this.
I think they're losing control authority.
We're gonna go join him. He's doing the same thing. It looks like he was streaming everything.
150 metric tons, 150,000 kilograms. Adding a traditional like
enter
T-type system.
There we
I
go.
know it probably is.
All right, folks. Again, thank you for hanging out.
Let
Let me move this over here.
I get it. They want to simplify it.
We
Just
will be
using
back
all methane,
maybe
all
this
oxygen,
afternoon or definitely tomorrow.
helium,
Love you all. Thank you all for tuning in. And let's go say hi to
I don't see
Aerospace
anything wrong
News.
with a little bit of good old hypergolic regular.
Kim Web 93
wouldn't be
said,
blocked by ice
"Love
like
you,
that,
Ashy
would
Ash."
turn into ice. I don't know. It feels like you could see big chunks of ice. Normally, you see those ice on vents, right?
4, 3, 2, 1.
I'm trying to think of what else is in the I'm sorry. I've had 3, and there's no 2. The bot's not running on purpose.
Screen Elements said, "Thank you for following Blackbeard 67